welcome to the Blue Lounge. Welcome to the stream. How are you all doing this evening? Fantastic result. Fantastic result. I am so pleased at the result, even though at half-time I was gutted at the performance. But we turned it around, lads. We turned it around, and it was a great outcome. But we have to be realistic. We have to be realistic, and we have to talk about all of what happened today. The good, the bad, the fantastic, and also some of the ugly stuff that we saw today. We'll be talking about all of that. We're going to be recapping some of the decisions, some of the thoughts that we had yesterday in respect to what we thought was going to happen today and what we actually did see happen. I told you lot yesterday we're going to see some surprises in the selection, and we did. We saw exactly those surprises. I think one of the guys who called in, it might have been David, he said that he doesn't think Tuchel is going to make a lot of changes. Boy, that theory was blown out of the water today by Tuchel. He made a ton of changes, a hell of a lot of changes. Some good, some bad, and some we are yet to determine. We're going to be talking about all of these aspects. I want to first give some shout outs to the people in the comment section, because you guys have been here early. Chris, big up to you, my man. Big up to you. Chris, you will be able to join the stream towards the last half an hour, 45 minutes of the stream. I will allow everyone to jump in. Guys, make sure your mics are on mute. Make sure your mics are on mute. So I will put the link to the stream towards the last half an hour, and I will have it open to everyone. For the first part of the stream, it's going to be only to the panelists. And again, I'll ask the panelists to make sure their mics are on mute. Vin Saul, brilliant channel, by the way. I checked it out today. Fantastic to see you back here. DJ Sab, brilliant. Welcome to the stream. Fahad. Matt, make sure your mic is on mute, Matt. Calvin Jones, always a pleasure. Angel, brilliant to see you in the stream again. T, thank you for joining. And thank you to everyone who is in the stream. I know Mikhail is a little bit busy, but if he's able to jump on, he will jump on later on today. Look, lads, an amazing game. An amazing game with a lot of twists and a lot of different aspects. We're gonna cover all of that. I want to welcome to the stream Eric Blue, Boogeyman, Bobby, and Matt. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, thanks for having
lads.
me,
Yeah, welcome. Thanks, Mo.
Listen,
Always a
I'm
privilege.
gonna welcome, lads. I'm gonna jump in. In the deep end. I was saying to everyone yesterday something, but nobody believed me. Yeah, I was saying to everyone that I think Saul Niguez is not ready. But Boogeyman kept on saying, no, he should start. Do you guys remember that?
I'm not sure.
Around.
Yeah, it was
it was the other way around. Listen. I'll have to put my hand up and say, I was very disappointed in the performance of Saul Niguez. Yes, still early doors. Yes, maybe he should have been given a little bit more time to adjust. I saw confidence in the man initially, but a couple of tackles, a couple of bad passes, and his confidence dipped so quick. I think maybe Tuchel wanted to get him out of there before he made a big blunder, and it might have been a little bit hard to recover him. But Saul Niguez, I wasn't pleased with. Romelu Lukaku, what a performance by Romelu Lukaku. He had like 5, 6, 7 touches, and 2 of those were shots on goal that he converted. That is clinical finishing at the highest level. Romelu Lukaku, his finishing is spot on. And right now, when I see a chance falling to Romelu Lukaku, I'm confident that he's going to score. I am no longer in the mindset of, we need to create a chance and hopefully we're going to convert it. No, if we create a chance, Lukaku on the end of it, I'm confident that we will be able to convert that. While in the past, we've seen others fail. One with Lukaku, 2 shots on goal, both of them in the back of the net. So, big up to him. Kovačić did what I thought Saul was going to do. Kovačić did today what I thought Saul was going to do. Kovačić, great performance, and boy, what a finish. What a finish. He kept on pressing. He made Mings make that mistake, or maybe Mings was just going to make that mistake anyway because Mings wasn't having the best of games. And Kovačić, one touch, back of the net. Clinical finisher, Kovačić. First goal at Stamford Bridge, by the way, for the man. And first goal for Lukaku at Stamford Bridge. So, fantastic. Fantastic. I'm going to open this debate to the panel first, and then I'm going to open it to you guys in the chat to jump on and also give me your thoughts and ideas and opinions on what you saw today. I have to be honest with you, lads. We were discussing the game at halftime, me and the guys in the panel here and other panelists, and we were very disappointed. And we were thinking that this game was going to be, it was going to be lost. But Tuchel was able to turn it around. I don't know what he said to the lads at halftime, but he turned it around. I'm going to bring in Boogeyman first. Boogeyman, I want your honest... I don't have to tell you, give me your honest opinion, because you're always giving me your honest opinion. So, Boogeyman, tell me how you saw that game today, man.
Listen, thanks for having me, and hello to all the panelists. I will say today's performance is it just showed me that we actually going to be serious title contending, because this type of game normally we end up losing it, and Aston Villa didn't really score on us. Mendy was solid, and Thiago Silva, he was just way too good for the team we put out today. And Rudiger was there, and Chalobah also played really good. So my problem is more with Tuchel. I just don't know what he was taking to put a team like that out. When you have Chalobah as a new, pretty much inexperienced, and you put Callum Hudson-Odoi in front of him, and then you put Saul, which is new in EPL, into the same team. It just doesn't make any sense. Oh, of course, in the second half, he managed to turn the thing around. But if we were to lose this game, it should be on Tuchel 100%. No, I don't think we should blame Saul for anything. It's Tuchel. This just does not make any sense. So that would be my first comment on this game. And I'm really, really happy that we at least take the 3 point. And so I'm getting ready for the entire night. So that would be all I can say at this point.
Yeah, no, I think the 3 points was something I was worried that we were not going to be able to achieve at half time. And I'm glad we not only won the game, but we won it with a good scoreline. 3-0 scoreline. Some will say flattered the performance, but I think once Jorginho came on, once the team started to look more like the team we had picked in our preview, things changed. I was also a little bit concerned about the performance of a few players, which we'll get into. Ziyech wasn't on par for me. Callum was a little bit off it in the first half. Second half, he did better. When he went into the more attacking role on the left, I think he played better. He created a little bit more. But we'll get into the player performances in a minute. Bobby, generally, how did you see that game? Generally,
I think I'm not going to let it be gaslighted that yesterday it was very, very clear to me that making any judgment of Saul as a player is going to take about 3, 4, maybe even 5 games. Clearly, he wasn't impressive. Clearly, he was shocked by the pace and the power and everything about the Premier League, especially playing a team like Villa, I think in a way was a good thing, so he could see the real raw end of the Premier League. You see, guys, this Premier League is not for shrinking violets. This is a league for men, physically strong, technically good, fast men. There's no time for these sort of lily-livered players that we have, and we're going to talk about a couple of them, I'm sure, later. But we kind of got away with it. I think Tuchel was smart, and I won't take prisoners at any stage of people trying to criticize the manager who's only doing the right thing by using strength in depth. I could see what he did. He went for the somewhat weaker side to take that should have been good enough to absorb the pressure that he knew Villa will give us. But some players just disappointed when they're given the opportunity, and we still have fans talking about them as if they deserve to be given a starting place. They don't, and this has been exposed. Chelsea are capable of winning the league, but we're thin. The number of players that we have in the team that are really, really that top grade player that will take us across the line are few. There's no substitution for Ziyech. Fortunately, our defense is great.
I'm gonna cut you off because I want you to address this question for me, because I see where you're going with this, and I think this is down your alley. Big up to Gabriel. Thank you for the super chat. Bobby, do you think that Kovačić did like I said, he did what we thought Saul was going to be able to do? And do you think we are having a little bit of an issue when it comes to chance creation? I mean, last season, and I know where Gabriel is going with this, because last season we played with 3 men up front who are all interchanging and who are all able to mix it up. While now we have Lukaku up front. Lukaku is a finisher, but he isn't really a creator. So have we lost a little bit of the creative edge when it comes to chance creation? So I need to address that for me, Bobby.
We had to give Mount a rest, but this is where we missed Mount's endeavour, sort of carrying the ball from the midfield to the attack. We're not creating enough in the middle because we don't get hold of the ball in the middle until someone like Jorginho comes on. Actually, Jorginho showed me a new side to him today. He's a bit of a slight player. He's our regista who needs protecting. But he took a few rough ones from McGinn until McGinn finally gave him something that I think he should have been given a red card for. But, maybe that's just my Chelsea head talking. I don't know. But, yeah, we are slightly deficient, and it comes from the middle. And sadly, Ziyech disappointed me today because that creativity was to come from him, but he was too dainty, too weak, acting like a boy in a man's game.
All right. We'll get into that. We'll get into the player performances, because I do believe Ziyech, took some shots that he should have passed, and passed when he should have took some shots. So his decision making was a little bit off for me today. You guys know how much I admire Ziyech as a player, but I think today he didn't have the best of performances. Matt, how did you see the game?
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed watching this game. I think it was a fantastic game. I think we did brilliantly. I think people are downsizing how well we played. I mean, people are like, Saul didn't play well. We take those factors into consideration. But at the end of the day, we bet at tops. I will consider Aston Villa as a top 6 team this season with the signings they brought in. And we kept them with the clean sheet. We won 3-0. It's a high game. It's a fantastic win. I think Saul is, when he came in, it was more mentally than how he could play. We saw him probably doing these 1 meter pass where he just stuffed up on, and that's not what a professional player does. And when a professional player does that, it's more than mentally. So he's probably nervous and probably, just the basic things you see from a debut player coming to Chelsea. So I think over time he can recap, and just get into the team more. But Mendy, man, this man, oh my God, this man is insane. I think Golden Glove for this guy. He saved us in the first half. And I was just saying before, I think our defense, our wing backs, we should never ever play Cho and Alonso again. I said this before the game. I said when we play them, we're going to be too attackive, and our defense is going to be horrible.
You know what, Matt? I'm gonna sound like I don't know. We won the game 3-0, so I don't want to sound negative, but you see, this is the difference between a team like Chelsea and a team like, I don't know, Arsenal or Spurs or whatever. For us, we are always trying to better ourselves. So I'm not going to be happy just because we won 3-0 if we didn't perform well enough. So yes, fantastic result. Like I started the stream saying, it was a fantastic result. Happy to see certain players achieve certain milestones, certain goals. But we also need to address some of the issues. Before I go to Eric, I want to say big up to Kasim and Alex CFC. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. All right.
Welcome. Yeah, mate. We're good. Eric Blue, tell me your thoughts.
This is the kind of game that we could have easily tripped up with. It's the kind of game that we would have lost last season before that. So when people say, oh, we shouldn't be too excited. Yes, fair enough. Villa aren't the most difficult team we'll play this season, but we have to be very proud of the performance. We have to be very positive. We have to be very positive about the result and about certain individual performances. Kovačić, this is the kind of stuff that he needs to do more often. I'm not talking about the goal, obviously. We can't expect him to do those kind of goals a lot, but that was fantastic. The fact that he's scoring now is a very big it's a very big deal. Like those kind of moments are very rare, so we have to really appreciate it when it happens. And obviously the pass for Lukaku's goal, fantastic. That's what I keep saying he needs to do more often, and he has to keep doing it, and he has to keep doing it more. And then obviously Lukaku with the 2 goals barely got service, but he took his chance. He scored, and that's exactly what we want.
That's exactly what we want. Exactly.
So,
listen, Eric. I'm going to give everybody a couple of minutes because I want to open the discussion to everyone. But I want to give everyone a couple of minutes to just give me their thoughts. I want to ask you this. How pleased are you with Lukaku? Eric, how pleased are you with Lukaku? I think we've lost Eric. Unless he's on mute. Eric, can you hear me? Alex CFC, my man. Tell me what you thought about this game in a nutshell. Have we lost Alex CFC? Alex? Can anybody hear me? Or have I... Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you fine.
I can actually hear you.
All right, Kasim, give me your thoughts. Kasim?
Okay. I think
they're tripping.
They just left.
You got some people tripping.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna remove them and bring them back in. So Alex, Kasim, and Eric Blue. All right, guys, reset your connections because you're here, but you're not really here. Reset your connections, Kasim, Eric Blue, and Alex. All right. Now, Mendy's performance today. We can say that the man of the match should be going to Kovačić for his goal and assist, or Lukaku for getting a brace. But I think if it wasn't for Mendy's performance, especially in that first half, we would have been in trouble. What do you guys think in respect to the key players of today's game? I mean, would it be fair to say Mendy, Thiago, and the guys who scored the goals were the key players, or do you want to give it to other players? I'll start with Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, we can't forget Chalobah and Rudiger as well. They played a very vital part. In fact, the whole Chelsea back 4, back 3, back 5 were immense. Back 5 -1, I guess. But for me, Mendy, you see, when they say a goalkeeper can give you the Premier League or can give you 15 points a season, I mean, those 3 points, as far as I'm concerned, were down to Mendy. Because had it been another goalkeeper and one or two of those Villa chances that he saved had gone in, we'll be having a different story. They were up for it. You know, they wanted to ambush us like these somewhat lesser teams, dare I say that word, do after the international break. But Tuchel actually was trying to be smart in that he tried to put out his relatively weaker team first and then hit them later with the stronger team after resting them. And their legs was weak. And it worked because the mistake Tyrone Mings made was this post-international break ambush that they wanted to do to us backfired on them because he's post-international break, and that's why he was so sloppy in the second half. But Mendy, excellent. He surely has got to be amongst the best goalkeepers in the world.
Yeah. I mean, you make a very, very, very valid point here. Games that we normally lose after a performance that is not 100%, we were able to turn it around. And, in a few months, in a few years, when they look back at the season, they look back at these results, they're going to be like, oh, Chelsea 3-0. That must have been a really good game. Chelsea must have smashed them. That's the thing. We are able to perform and to get the results that in the past would have been problematic for us. And for me, this is where Tuchel makes a difference. I don't want to be bashing Lampard, but I think having a good manager, having a manager who knows what he's doing, makes a difference in these kind of games. Listen, lads, I'm opening the discussion to all of you. Don't wait for me to cue you in. I want to know what could have what we could have done better in this game. We'll start with Boogeyman, and the discussion is open.
The question is, what can we do better in this game?
What we could have done better.
I don't think we have too many choices. This is after the international breaks, and N'Golo is injured. So the midfield was pretty much where the bigger issue was, but it's not like he had too many options at that point. So, and we needed a break. But to be honest, if I was to be Tuchel, I would have put Ruben instead of Saul to play with Kovacic. That would be my suggestion, because for sure you have to be not thinking right to think Saul coming from La Liga will play against Aston Villa in EPL and be able to match the pace. We're talking about EPL. We've been watching this league for how many years now? We've seen it. When we play against Real Madrid, they cannot outrun us. Physically, not possible. But Real Madrid is the best team in La Liga. We play against Barcelona. They play tiki-taka. But physically, we always end up pushing them around. So I just don't understand Saul, who has not been playing for Atletico Madrid, coming in and being put into Aston Villa game. It does not make any sense. Specifically, is after the international break where we tend not to perform properly. Why would you put that much load on Saul? That's Tuchel's fault. Anybody that said Tuchel was smart, I don't see anything.
Yeah, but Saul wasn't on international duty, though, was he?
Yeah, but that's the problem, because he comes from a league. He doesn't know anything about EPL. The pace, how fast you have to move that ball. He was surprised most of the time. Most of the time, he thinks he had control over the ball, but he got tackled. The ball all the time. That's the same thing keep happen to him. His positioning around Kovacic was poor. Most of the time, they both lined up together, like in vertical on the field. That doesn't make any. You never see Jorginho and Kovacic play that way. It never, because the guy was completely lost. I just don't know why Tuchel put Saul on the field. I'd rather have Ruben playing that position today. Anybody here that say no, I think Ruben will be better than Saul that we saw today. It just does not make any sense to me. Ruben at least know what the EPL is about. So
yeah, but he's failed in that. But he's failed in the EPL. And look at him now; he barely makes the bench. Saul's probably had more experience in the last 6 months than Ruben has ever had. At least bringing in Saul now, we've taken the risk. It's less of a risk.
I don't know what kind of experience we're talking about.
But he's still a footballer, though. He still knows the game. He still at least has some knowledge of it.
Also. Well, yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, but he hasn't performed.
I wouldn't say Ruben failed, but okay. I guess you
It
can say
doesn't
that if
make
you
any
want.
sense when
He,
someone
he
says
doesn't.
Ruben
It does. He
failed.
barely makes the bench. He barely makes the bench. You know, if a club did
He
not come
hasn't.
and
He
look for
has.
him, he would
Okay, good.
have been gone.
I'm not
Yeah,
even
If the
but
club
saying.
wasn't
Hold
here
on,
to
hold
look
on,
for him.
hold on, hold on,
the
hold on, hold
Saul
on,
I
hold
saw
on.
today, anybody in Chelsea academy will play better than that Saul. He has no business starting this game today. That's simple as that.
Hold on. Before we let Boogeyman rip into Saul and rip him to shreds, before we do that, listen, we've got just over 300 people watching right now, yeah, and we've only got 43 likes. Guys, push them likes up. Let's get to 100 likes. If you are happy with a 3-0 win, let's get to 100 likes. I'm gonna give Kasim a chance to come in here because I know he wants to come in. But before I do that, I want to understand something that from Boogeyman's perspective. Boogeyman, I want to understand something. Do you think that Saul needs time to become a better player? Needs time to become the player that we want to see at Chelsea, or do you think he doesn't have it in his locker?
No,
I want to understand that.
I will make it in 5 seconds. Saul
Yeah.
is a good footballer. I know that.
Okay.
But this is EPL. That's what I keep saying. That's Tuchel's fault. When Jorginho comes to EPL, how many times Jorginho keep losing the ball in the midfield and we keep screaming at him to pass the ball fast? Now look at Jorginho today. He just know exactly what EPL is about. So I just don't know why Tuchel will put, especially after international break, where we tend to perform, we don't know to perform properly. The entire team as a whole does not perform good after international break. Why would you put Saul, who has no EPL experience, in that midfield? And we all know here, our team, Chelsea FC, under Tuchel, the midfield is the key. Why would you do that to Saul? It doesn't make any sense to me. So anybody that say Ruben will not do better, come on. I've seen Ruben play against Arsenal in how do you say that, in the preseason. He was better than Saul that I saw today. Saul has no business starting today's game. He has to play cup games. He has to train, and then we know he's ready. Then we put him into those type of games. What Tuchel did today is all on Tuchel. That's all I can say.
Wait, Boogeyman, can I just ask, did you? Wait, I wasn't here yesterday's stream or this one, but did Mo say did you want to see Saul in today's game or did you not?
No, he didn't. He didn't.
No.
You didn't. Okay. So did you see what Loftus yesterday?
I was being sarcastic because
Ah.
Boogeyman was spot on yesterday. I believed that Saul will start. I believe that Tuchel will be giving him confidence and putting faith in the man. Boogeyman was against that. Saul did start and Saul didn't perform, as we all saw. So that's why I was trying to twist it in the start of the stream.
So who would? Oh yeah, go on to Kasim.
I want to give Kasim a chance to come in here. Kasim, I want you to respond to what Boogeyman is saying in regards to Saul. Do you agree or disagree?
No, I gotta say my own piece first, mate.
Go on.
As we spoke last night, result-wise, that's what we needed, the 3 points.
Yep.
Okay. But again, I'll be critical on Tuchel today. I did it against Liverpool, and I would do it again. And I tell you what, because he was on Champions League thing, I'm not gonna call him out if he's doing something wrong. Today the game was on Tuchel. After he started with Saul, which is fair enough.
Kasim, one second, Kasim. We won 3-0. Just to let you know, we won 3-0.
And I understand that fully, mate. I understand that fully. As I said to you, result-wise, 3 points, I am quite pleased with that. But the performance and tactically speaking, that's why I'm going to start criticizing. I tell you why, right? We started with Saul. I have no problem with that. But we know, and we spoke about Saul coming from that Spanish league. He's not used to the pace and power, closing quickly. He used the Spanish league. It's too much time in the ball, too much space. Not here. Here is not the case, okay? He started him. I have no problem with that. I have a problem after 30, 35 minutes. He's saying the midfielder was absolutely shambolic. And he's still not making the sub. That's why I wasn't happy with it. He did it against Liverpool. He saw the game. He didn't read it very well. The game was crying for Timo Werner. So is the game today. Villa were playing the higher line. They needed Timo Werner again today. They would play. Look, Villa had a plan to press us from Monday. They were playing high. they needed to move in. What he does is start Kai Havertz. I wanna address this as well. I am not a big fan of Ziyech. Look, he's Arabic originally like me, but I say how it is. I support Chelsea, mate. I don't think Ziyech, and I said it to my kids, he's good enough for Chelsea Football Club. He's good enough for Ajax, for a slower league, Italian league, maybe Spanish league. No for the English league. It's too weak. He doesn't work hard for me. Maybe he's got a good left foot. I agree with that. I don't think he worked hard for me. Okay, today. Okay, we'll go back to Tuchel. Today we were lucky. Result-wise, I'm happy. Today we were lucky. And Mandy today were outstanding. Thiago Silva today was outstanding. Actually, I agree with Boogeyman today. I do. Because I thought today is not on Saul. It's not his fault. He only is doing his job. It's on Tuchel. Tuchel should have read the situation. I tell you what, he's lacking a bit. He's just coming to the fence.
I'm going to interrupt you for 1 second, and I want you to do me this. Do this for me. Give me the errors that Tuchel made, because right now, from what I'm understanding, is you think Tuchel made a whole bunch of errors. So give them to me as bullet points. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Give me the top 3 errors that Tuchel made today, in your opinion.
Okay. Point number 1, after 15, 20 minutes, he should have read Villa, Preston High. And he saw Saul struggling. So in 25 to 30 minutes, make the sub. It wouldn't take to score a goal or
hold on. You wanted him to take off Saul after 25 minutes?
Yeah, why not?
It's his first game.
It doesn't matter, Mo. It doesn't matter. I won't be sitting in there watching Chelsea concede 2 goals, and after that we're playing catch up. Because look, if I have an issue as a manager, I'll go to address it. If I'm not addressing it, I'm not doing my job.
Yep, I agree. Saul made mistakes. He lost the ball. His passing wasn't on point. His judgment. He made a lot of errors. But could he have addressed it in a different way? Could he have pulled him aside and spoke to him? Could he have asked one of the other defenders, one of the other midfielders to adjust to get him through? Listen. We are not talking about just one game. We are talking about a player who's coming in for the rest of the season. All right, now confidence is an issue. Boogeyman was saying that he thinks Saul should not have started. But let me finish, Kasim. Let me finish. Even Boogeyman was saying that he doesn't want to see Saul being taken off at half time because it would have been too early and it would hurt his confidence. If you've made that decision to start him, you're going to have to try to remedy it. Okay, now the way Tuchel remedied it is because he thought he wasn't playing well enough. He withdrew him. That's his decision. Agree, disagree. That's Tuchel's decision. But I don't think taking off Saul after 25 minutes would have been beneficial in the long for the result of the game or for the long term of Saul's career with Chelsea. It's just my thoughts. But
can I come in there?
No, I wanted to carry on and give me the rest of the points.
Right, okay. And he did it with Hudson-Odoi, did he? He brought him in 10-15 minutes.
He did.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So my point is, he saw Hudson-Odoi not doing something right, so he took him out. So
but I don't agree with that decision neither.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is, okay, that is hypocritical. If he does it for one and does it for other, that's a bit. It's inconsistent.
No, but it's not.
So what I'm trying to say is,
everybody's different, so you can't treat everybody the same.
Okay,
you have to know how to.
I agree with Eric Blue on this one. Saul is on loan, so he doesn't. When you are on loan, you only have 1 year contract. It's more pressure on your mental, more than Callum, who has 4 years contract without being taken off the field. He knows he's still there, and the coach can talk to him. And it wasn't the first game of Callum that he was taken off. It was the 3rd or the 4th or whatever, something like that. And Callum was taken off because also he was playing as a winger. He was when Tuchel came to the team, he was using Callum as a wing back. Then
no, I think you're missing the analogy, Boogeyman. I think he brought him in. He told him to do certain stuff. He didn't listen, and he had an attitude. So he took him out in 10 and 15 minutes.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is that Callum has played more game with Tuchel before Tuchel did something like that to him. And it is easy for Tuchel to call Callum in his office and say, hey, listen, don't worry about what I did today. You played yesterday. You played 2 days before. So today, I just feel like it was not happening. That's what I took. Saul is his first game, and he only have 1 year contract. Like, just think about you. You have a contract with someone. You did the job. You bring it to him. He's like, he threw the job in your face. And you only have 2 days contract or something. You will feel so bad about it. But if you have 5 years contract with a person, he treats you, you don't care. You say, you're going to pay me for 5 years anyways. You know what I mean? So it's little. That's I don't want to keep. I just want to say I agree with Eric Blue. Like,
fair enough, mate. Fair enough. But what I'm trying to say, I'll say if okay, so it goes back to Tuchel again. So why did he start him? I said last night he should come from the bench in the 60 minutes, right? It comes to 45 minutes, 50 minutes. He's still not taking him out more. They didn't even give him a 40 man. See him struggling. I said, I'll tell you what, that's first half. And after I will play even more in the cup just to get used to the league. He didn't even do that. It's 50 minutes, he's still in the football pitch. But Tuchel was lucky today because we didn't concede, because Mandy was outstanding. If we conceded today, our behind, 2-1 behind, it would be different. The fan will coming out and say, what is Tuchel doing? But because we're gone away with it, people say, oh, well, right. But we're not all right, Mo.
I gotta say something.
All right, go ahead.
In regards to Tuchel, the way he is managing the team, the way he is getting the players to perform, I think he's spot on. Now he's going to make mistakes. He's not perfect. He's going to make mistakes. But we had an issue going into half time. The first half for me was a disaster. We were lucky to be ahead 1-0 at half time. We were lucky. Yeah. The way the players came back into the second half and the way that we played in the second half was totally different than the performance we put in the first half. Tuchel made changes. Tuchel addressed the situation. Tuchel remedied the problem. Tuchel won the game. End of the day, we won the game 3-0. Now, those problems, those issues, and I haven't seen his press conference after the game, but I read some of the quotes. The guy's identified the issues. The guy has said, we've had problems here, problems there, and we're going to remedy them. We're going to fix them. Now, I was seeing performances that were really bad last season, in the first part of the season. And because we had won those games, or we had drawn those games, everyone was happy. Now, we are not going to be content with mediocre results. We're not going to be content with 3 points because we got 3 points, we got 3 goals. We want to see Chelsea become the best that they can be. I want to see Chelsea win the title at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And if Chelsea are going to win the title at the end of the season, we're going to have to aim so high that we are going to achieve our goals. All right, so that's this is why I'm criticizing.
No. More, listen. All right, I have got every right to come out as a Chelsea fan and criticize.
Of course you have. Go on.
I don't think against Liverpool. I don't think against Liverpool and at this game he got a spot on. I don't think today he got away with it. Today,
and that's why I said to you, Kasim, give me a few points. So carry on giving me your points.
I think Timo Werner today should have come early. Okay. 2-0 up. Villa start even pushing higher. He's massive space in the back, mate. Look at today, that lad, the tall lad for Villa. I forgot his name. Someone remind. They made a mistake. Forgot his name.
Tyrone Mings.
Mings. Yeah. They made a mistake. They were tired more. They needed. If you watch it closely, the third goal, just watch that goal closely. Lukaku could finish. But look at Werner. Werner took the 2 defender, so Lukaku had to spit the shot. Watch the goal again.
But why would we bring in Werner when we're up 2-0? We got other problems to focus on, like Cho, who wasn't performing that well. Like, why would we sub on Werner when we're already up 2-0? Might as well just play it safe. We already made the sub with Saul. We're going to make the sub with Cho. He wasn't playing well right wing back. I think there's other options before we even consider bringing on Werner in this stage.
The other option, like what? Well, it was the disaster was in the midfield.
That was still. Yes, so why would we bring on Werner? So why would we bring on Werner?
Just pay attention to what he's saying. Just listen to little what he's saying. I'm pretty sure you will understand it. Why do we have a lot of game coming? Why do we rush Werner in it when we're already winning anyways?
I'm pretty sure, Boogeyman, Werner didn't even get 10 minutes together, mate. Since it started.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We're winning.
I'll just let Matt go.
I was just saying, why would we bring on Werner if we're winning? We're already killing him. There's no point bringing him on. He's not going to provide anything new that we don't already have, where we can figure out other options like a midfield and our defense who wasn't playing that well. We can substitute, make them because they're tired.
Do you think in the Premier League 2-0 is enough?
Yeah, it's a 2-0, it's a win.
No.
Why force it?
No.
Why risk Werner? If we risk Werner, then we could concede. We don't know that. It's a player. We play it safe. We possibly, if there's an injury that happens, to not rush him. Like because we rushed Werner, if Alonso got injured, then that's it. We would have no sub. Have to be forced to play.
I think 2-0 is enough for our team, especially because we're pretty good defensively. So
and we came back from the international break. Werner has played pretty much all German game. Listen, Kasim, I understand what you're saying. It makes sense at a certain degree. But again, if we manage to keep this game 2-0 to 70 minutes, no point of bringing Werner, because in fact, Thiago Silva being like Thiago Silva, we're not having any problem. Mendy is there. So it's not like we need to have an impact. And so Werner come 10 minutes is good because we have a Champions League game coming also. And we need all our players to be...
Boogeyman, if it's not for Mendy today, we will lose the game. Mendy was outstanding today.
Listen, no one is doubting Mendy's contributions. Mendy saved us, especially in the first half. I want to say big up to DJ Sav. I think he's outside somewhere. I
think he's coming from the match. Yeah,
from the match. I think so. So DJ Sav, welcome and tell us how you saw that game, man. DJ, can you hear us?
He's frozen.
DJ, he's frozen. DJ, you're frozen. If you can hear us, reset your connection. Super chat here from Gabriel, the second super chat. Nonetheless, what great position to be in to discuss wrong decision.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Score 3. Yeah.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Hey,
DJ,
sorry.
how are you?
I'm super. I'm just on my way back from the game. Just actually got home now. How you guys doing? You're good?
We're good. Listen, DJ, your connection isn't brilliant, so.
Sorry, mate. I'm walking. That's why I'm walking.
It's cool. I'm gonna ask you a question. How did the fans at the stadium take that win, and were they upbeat or were they disappointed, especially with the first half performance? So I want to hear the point of view from the people at that match.
Yeah, look, the fans were. Look, to be honest with you, if you guys are asking the fans gotten their players back today, no, they didn't. Obviously, we won the game today. Obviously, it was a bit of a. Obviously, when we scored that first goal, we obviously thought we were going to get more goals and stuff like that. But if you guys are asking, I think there was a few times in the guy's done a couple of missed passes. But if you're saying did the fans get on his back, none of them got on his back whatsoever. I think they all kind of like knew he's obviously his first his first life in the Premiership. He's starting the game for the first time, and I think it's just basically they kind of like knew that. So they're all cheering all the way. We're all cheering all the way, mate. I mean, we kind of like knew Villa did have some chances in the game. Mendy saved a load of saves as well. He did. But obviously, we knew the goals were always going to come. We always were patient, if you know what I mean, because obviously we believed. I mean, we just have this thing about us. Not conceding, but we just know if they don't score and take their chances, you just know what's going to happen. We're going to go and get another two or three goals, which we did, and that was it. Game over. And that's exactly what it was today. We didn't play that great, but we got the goals when they mattered, and that's how we're looking at it all. So we're joint with Manchester United now, second in place with United, same goal difference. So yeah, we're all good. Mate, we're all good and happy about it, but fantastic. Yeah, I got some of the discussion what you guys are saying. I couldn't get all of it, but I'm only. Have you guys spoken about Sounding already?
We have. We still are, to be honest. Yeah, go on.
Listen, I'll put my heads up. Yeah, I'll put my hands up to Boogeyman, right, and to Bobby and everyone. Yeah, it wasn't his best game today. He was, I think, shoved in on the deep end today. I think because of all the placements in international duty, he was shoved in the deep end today. He was giving enough. As you guys probably saw the match, he gave a lot of missed passes today in the match, but he also did a few good things as well. But yeah, I mean, he obviously took him at half time. Jorginho came on, he strengthened that midfield for us, and that was it, maybe. We went on from there. But Mendy in goal today, I mean, that guy, he was absolutely brilliant for us. He saved a load of chances today. You guys probably watched the game on TV. He saved a lot today. He saved a lot, mate. I mean, Cover played well as well. People were going on that Cover, and he got that goal. That mistake by Mings today. I mean, what a finish that was! Still, for him to still come through what he did was still a great finish. But just generally, the team, okay, it wasn't a great performance, but we did what we did after international duty. It's a game like you guys said, generally would probably lose or draw. But this is what it is, mate. This is a tough Chelsea stillness within us, mate. We can come in and win a game when you're not playing well. That for me is a sign of champions. You get me? And I don't doubt it for a second. I don't doubt it for a second, mate. We are going to win the Premiership this season, 100%. The way we played today, that performance today, absolutely brilliant.
I love the positivity. I love the positivity, and that positivity of DJ is reflected by this comment here by Gabriel. We are talking,
DJ, we're telepathic, bro. Thanks, bro. You're top man.
Cheers, bro. Thank you.
I was wondering if
big up
was
everyone
still
in the
around,
comments.
man.
Big up to everyone in the comments.
Big up. Listen. Gabriel, you're spot on. You know, we are here talking about errors that Tuchel will address, and we have scored 3 goals, and we have got the 3 points. So we are in a fantastic position right now. So Gabriel, big up to you, and thank you for your super chat. Listen, people, I don't want people to think we are being negative here, but at the same time, we need to be honest with ourselves and honest with our team. There was some fantastic performances. Kovačić, you see, in my opinion, Kovačić had a decent game. He assisted the first goal. He scored the second. And his performance was decent. Remember, Kovačić was playing with a new partner in the center of the park. Now, if we are going to talk about Saúl Ñíguez not performing and whatnot, but you also need to look at the repercussions that had on his partner in the center of the park. But regardless of that, Kovačić still had a good game. Mendy, fantastic game. Thiago Silva, the way he blocked that ball with his chest. I mean, some will say it was a reflex reaction or instant reaction. He didn't really have much to think about, but he knew to put his hand behind his back as he was chesting it. Like this muscle memory that he's acquired, that he has, for me, it's worth having him in the team. I'm happy that he was able to start today. I'm happy that the decision was taken to allow him to play, and he played and he did well. I think one of the comments that was made about squad depth, I think we have a good squad depth, because today we didn't play our best team, but we were still able to get a good result. Now, if we had played our best team and we had suffered some of these issues, I'd be a little bit worried. But no, we played. I'm not going to say our second team. We didn't play our number one team. I've got Couch Critic jumping on. Couch Critic, how you doing, my man?
I'm great. How you guys doing? 3 points.
3 points.
3
Couch,
points, man.
Give me your overall perspective on the game.
I think we defended solidly. I think the back three worked. I'd like seeing Trevor Chalobah in that right center back position. He looked decent there. I thought Thiago Silva ran the game for us. He was the leader out there. Surprised to see Alonso with the armband with Thiago on the pitch, but it is what it is. I know we've been talking about Ñíguez to death, and I don't really want to. Yeah. Time out.
What's that? I was surprised to see him with the armband with Thiago on the pitch. Yeah. I was surprised to see him with the armband when Jorginho came on. And I was surprised to see him with the armband with Azpilicueta. He wasn't taking that off, man.
You gotta think that it had to be something in the dressing room where they discussed that Alonso was going to be captain for whatever reason, maybe a special day or something for him.
Is it his birthday or something? I don't know.
I don't think it's his birthday, but maybe it's like the day that he joined the club. I don't know. I can't remember, but who knows? It was weird. I don't want to kill Ñíguez too much because I think that we've all kind of gone in on him pretty hard, and I do understand it was his first game, but his positioning was horrific, man. Like I think Boogeyman mentioned it too, where there are times where he was like in behind Kovačić, and when you're playing with a midfield two, you can't have that sort of. You need to be positioned like this all times, knowing where each other are. If he's like this, and it just left gaps of space, and I think Ollie Watkins got in for a chance there that probably should have scored. So I mean, it's going to be growing pains. He's got to learn. There's going to be like situations that arise like this again. I'm just hoping that he understands that the discipline is what's most important when you're playing a Tuchel system. You can't be flying up and down the pitch. You can't be like positionally unaware. So those are the things that like I noticed in his game that was a little glaring and kind of like shone a light on what Boogeyman and Bobby were saying yesterday. Just give it time because we don't know what we're getting at this point in time. That was good to see. But I would say the bright spots in the game, if we can focus on that again with our defending, but also Lukaku, 2 chances, 2 goals. Like, come on, the finish for the second one is like astounding, like it was stellar. So, the fact that we weren't at our best in the first half, and we came in and he comes in and bangs in 2.
Couch, there's something burning inside of me. There's something burning inside of me. I want to hear what Bobby has to say about Lukaku's performance today. I really want to know. I want to hear this. Bobby, tell me how you thought Lukaku performed today. And some of you will know what I'm talking about here. Bobby, let me know.
Sorry, Mo. Can I just step in quickly? I need to bounce, guys. Yeah, but listen, I'll try and catch your stream again later, bro. Yeah. You guys take it easy, everyone. Peace out.
We'll be here for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So, yeah.
See you, DJ.
Take care, DJ.
Peace out, everyone.
Peace out.
Couch, it's not me cutting you short. I've been invited. So, yeah, listen. I'm about Chelsea. I take no prisoners about being about Chelsea Football Club. I don't care really about people's words, my words. It's not important to me. What's important is that we talk about our team, which I love doing, exercise some of our ideas and see if they're right or not. So Lukaku's performance today was excellent. He did what we need of a striker. I still think we need a backup to him, but I've got no complaints about Lukaku today at all. What I do have complaints about is, okay, maybe it was a bit of a mistake for Tuchel to select Saul Niguez. I kind of understand why he did it. I think Saul Niguez has got to play. His time is short. So perhaps in a strange sort of way, this baptism of fire and the mistakes he made is a good thing for him. I remember even Thiago Silva in his first game against West Brom made a mistake that caused the goal. So although his performance wasn't quite as bad as Saul's. So, it's all about the club. It's all about the team. And this manager does not deserve aggressive criticism. That I will not support. He has made a mistake. He's a human being. He won't be 100% perfect. Crikey, the man has got so much right. As a person, you are going to get a few things wrong here and there. But, to say, he's made this listed amount of mistakes, no, not at all. He played Cho, rightly so. Crikey, he's damned if he does and he's damned if he doesn't. He plays Cho, you say he's done the wrong thing. He doesn't play Cho, you say he's done the wrong thing. I think there comes a point where the players have to take responsibility. They're the people on the pitch. Cho was a mess today. He had his opportunity on the left side as a left winger. He didn't play well. He was over 25 minutes in that position. Ziyech, the same thing. I love Ziyech. I wanted to anyway, but he was a mess. I thought his performance was very below par for a player of the expectations in and around him. So Lukaku, absolutely brilliant. Mendy, exceptional. He gave us that game today. I know there are people like Thiago and Rudiger and our usual solid defense, but when it mattered, he made the saves. I tell you what, an average goalkeeper would not have made.
Agreed.
Fantastic. I agree with you. And I want to say big up to QNTV, aka Kasim. So big up to you. Thank you for your donation, mate. Appreciate the super sticker.
I can send you my bank account also.
Hey, listen. Big up to you, mate. Listen, everyone who is supporting the channel, thank you. Without your help, I couldn't do what I'm doing. I mean, literally, most of the hardware that you're seeing me using has been purchased by donations from my community. subscribers and people in and around this channel. So big up to all of you and thank you.
Could we go back?
Go on, Eric. Go on.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask if we could go back to Mr. Couch.
Yes.
I think you cut him off earlier.
I did, and I was about to go back to him, but then you cut me off. So
sorry.
It's a little bit of a roundabout right now. Couch, mate. I wanted to address the situation with Bobby because a lot of people remember a remark that he made, and I wanted to address that. Bobby is one of the most dedicated and devoted Chelsea fans that I know. He is Chelsea through and through, and what I respect about him and what I like about the way that Bobby articulates his opinion is he will give you his opinion, and he does not have any hesitation to say, look, maybe I made a mistake in respect to this or in respect to that, and he's always been able to do that, and I take off my hat to him. Not live on the stream, but I would do it later. So big up to you, Bobby, and thank you. Couch critique, take it away, mate.
Yeah, no, I echo those sentiments as well. I listened to Bobby for quite some time now, and everything that he says is opinionated and poignant, and usually is bang on. When we're wrong, you can just hold up your hand and say you're wrong. It's not a big deal. We're not here to try to preserve our opinions. Or try to find I'm not about that, at least. I know Bobby's not like that. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I have no problem with admitting that. So just keep moving that way. I did think that the right side of I think actually Jem was actually talking about it in the chat too. We're talking about how the right side of our team just looked bereft of any sort of energy, any sort of intuition, any sort of connection. And it started with Cho, who I didn't think had a great game. I think everyone can admit that. It also was very evident that Saul was not comfortable on that side, as well as Ziyech. That whole side was where we were getting blown apart in the first half. That entire side, and it wasn't just one person. It was the fact that when you're playing in Tuchel's system, you have to understand that you have to trust the people that are on the pitch with you. You have to understand where they're going to be on the pitch as well. And when Saul's bombing up and down the pitch, he's moving all over the place, and you don't have that release. The guy to link up the play to get us progressing up the pitch. When he's looking to press when the team's not pressing and pulling himself out of position, all of those things lead to just bad shape and terrible play. I thought Ziyech should have done a lot more in tracking back, helping us build attacks. He didn't, and I think that was evident as well. Going forward, I think that we definitely need to see Mason Mount on this side. He's cemented that for me now, just because he's the link now. He's the guy that's going to be linking that midfield and the attack. And he may not score as much as we want to see him score. Hopefully that changes in the future. But in terms of his industry on the pitch and his ability to link up play effectively, it's what we need. And I can see why so many managers that have played had him in his side have used him so much now. It's just imperative.
Yeah, no, I think Mason Mount was left out purely for logistical reasons. I think he wants to rest him. He wants to give him some time off the pitch. I think we don't want to see Mason Mount burn out. Mason Mount is still a young player. It's still a player that that is vital, but you need to manage him a little bit. I'm just so glad that he isn't of the same kind of physique as some other youngsters that we have. I'm happy to see that he has bulked up this season, that he's tried to add some extra pounds to his body and become a little bit more physical and a bit more stronger. So I'm looking forward to seeing Mason Mount, and I think he will be playing in the Champions League fixture on Tuesday. I want to say big up to GNA TV. Jem, how you doing, my man?
Yeah, big up to all you guys. Before obviously I start, I haven't got too long on here. I've got about 20 odd minutes. So I thought I'd come in and share my thoughts on the game and that. But make sure you smash the like button, guys. For Mo, subscribe if you're new to the channel as well. So make sure you do continue doing that for him. And big up to everyone here as well. Hope you're all well. What do I think about this game and where do I start? Right, this one of these things where we won the game. and I'm happy with it. And I know Matt knows, because Matt came on Football Terrace earlier, and I know his thoughts on it. And I do disagree with him slightly in terms of it being a great performance and whatever, like the way he feels about it. But for me, it was a game of where we got the job done, we got the points. I'm happy. Was the performance good? No. The performance was just not good. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit here and go, it was perfect. I agree that to be champions, you have to play these kind of games, and we're not always going to play great. So these kind of games are going to come across. And I agree that picking up points in these games where maybe we would have dropped them last season, which is another thing, it is correct. But what worries me is not us. I'm happy with the win and whatever. What I'm not happy about is the individuals that we're giving these opportunities to, that we talk about, that we're going to continue to keep giving opportunities, and them not taking their chances. Callum Hudson-Odoi is someone that since he's been in the Chelsea team's always been said that he doesn't get enough time, he never gets opportunities, and then it's the excuse of he's being played out of position, he's a right wing back and he's not. Today he got moved just behind the striker today, and he got taken off. Do you know what I mean? And he was doing everything the opposite to what he should be doing. He's good with the ball. He should be dribbling with the ball, and he doesn't dribble enough. It's easy for him to just run, turn around, go backwards, sideways. When I want him to be direct, you're playing behind the striker. We want you to run with the ball. That's your strengths. Only one other player does that, Christian Pulisic. They're the only two players that we've got that are that direct with the ball at their feet, that can commit a player. If you're not doing that, then you're not effective for us. And this is why you don't get in front of Ziyech. This is why you don't get in front of Kai Havertz. This is why you will not get in front of Timo Werner. And I do want to talk about Timo Werner today, because I know he didn't get a lot of chances today. But he is more impactful on the pitch than he is when Ziyech and Callum Hudson-Odoi are on at the moment for me. He's more impactful. He might not be the person in front of goal that's, scoring the goals that he should be. I get that. And I hope that changes this season. But what he offers seems to be more than what the others are doing at the moment for our football club. Hakim Ziyech was non-existent today for me. He was getting the ball. He was, trying to play these balls. He was shooting.
Wasteful.
It was wasteful. That was it. He was
decisions. Yeah.
He was exactly decision making was just poor. He was getting, instead of making that pass to Lukaku or Havertz or whoever was making the runs, he decides to shoot. Or he will make that pass when they're just about to start running. Like he's doing everything at the wrong time, and I expect more from him. He's the one player that is in his prime. He's one. All the others are still quite young. He's someone that's in his prime. He's someone that should be one of the ones stepping up in our team. How many times we're going to continuously keep giving him chances? So
can I ask you something quick?
One second. I am going to finish. I know I'm blabbing away, but when it comes to us winning the league, the only thing that worries me about us winning the league is that yes, we've got a goal scorer. Lukaku was, for me, very good today.
He was clinical. It wasn't goal. It was clinical today.
He was clinical. Yeah, he was clinical.
It was clinical.
The issue that we have, I think, which is going to be different to Manchester United, for example, because they have people like Bruno Fernandes that will score goals consistently, is where is our goals coming from?
Yeah.
Behind him. Because with Hakim Ziyech, Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, Timo Werner, we need to see goals from them. If we're going to win titles, they need to contribute. They need to be getting involved in the games more than what they are. And that might change 10 games later. There might not be the chemistry there. But at the moment, I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to win the league, because I still worried in that area. That's all. You know what I mean?
I think, Jim, we're going to win the league.
Wait. Jim, you didn't touch on Timo Werner. I want you to touch on Timo Werner.
Yeah.
Because this is one of those topics that is, I don't know, it needs to be addressed, because Kasim believes Timo Werner should have started. I thought he would be starting today. I thought Timo Werner and Hakim Ziyech would be starting rather than Kai Havertz and Hakim Ziyech. What's your thoughts on Timo Werner?
It's a bit like the Chilwell thing. Why is he not given opportunities? I get why Mason Mount didn't play today, and I'm cool with it, because you can't have Mason Mount playing every single game. Is Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, and Lukaku my first front three? Yes. When it's not them, I want Timo Werner in there. I want Timo Werner, I want Lukaku, and I want either Havertz or Mount playing. They're my front three. The reason I say that is because you look at what he did do last season. All right, he got the most assists for us last season. But in terms of system and the way we play under Tuchel, he benefits more from it than a
Absolutely.
Ziyech and a Cho and even a Pulisic, who I think still struggles under this system. So I would prefer to have a Werner on the pitch. All right, he might not be scoring goals. Hopefully, he will later on. Running, making them runs, giving us something different, playing to his strength, which is getting behind. And, hopefully we play that ball when he's off. Yeah. And the reason I say that is because you look at Jorginho and Christensen, for an example. Why are they playing, and Rudiger, why are they playing so well under Tuchel? Because they're playing under a system that suits them. And this is what I'm saying. Timo Werner is another one of them players that will thrive playing off a Lukaku and running off behind him. And we should use him if Ziyech and Pulisic are not going to turn up like they did today, or Cho, for example. He shouldn't
Can I
be.
just add something?
This excuse about us getting rid of him and he should be benched is nonsense. I'm sorry.
Nonsense. It's nonsense. Yeah. Can I just add something to Jim, please?
Kasim, literally 30 seconds because I want to bring in Boogeyman.
Okay. Today, right? So if he didn't start Werner, for example, today, which is a mistake, fair enough. But Werner today played that high. They just pressed us for a minute one. Werner's got to come in, mate. I'm not buying this nonsense. We're winning. We have to rest. No, mate. They were playing high. And you need to know something. In the Premier League, 2-0 is not enough. Arsenal against Newcastle go back season ago, we were 4-0 up. And they come back, Newcastle. If you remember that game, guys. Premier League is a different kettle of fish. 2-0 up, they play in half, bring him in, 3-4, game killed, happy days. And Werner, he's in good form. He's doing it for Germany.
When you're 2-0 up and you're able to shut up shop, maybe that might be a better option than to try to score more goals. But it varies depending on the game. Boogeyman, you wanted to come back in and address the comment by Jem.
Listen, today we all know Cho, Ziyech, specifically that right, Chelsea side did not perform properly. And the comment team there was a Saul. Saul was the one that was supposed to be doing all the link up there. So don't you think the fact that Saul was started at that position has some sort of influence, or how bad Ziyech and Cho were today?
No. I'll tell you because when he came off the pitch and Jorginho was on, what was different in the second half from him? What did they do which was any better? Like, for me, the reason I don't blame Sal today is, yes, he was very poor, but you could argue that he's still got to adapt to the tempo. He still thinks he can have 2 or 3 touches on the ball when he can't. Like, I'm not going to point fingers at him and say he's crap out after one game of playing for Chelsea. I'm not going to do that yet. But Hakim Ziyech has had over a season here. Callum Hudson-Odoi has been with us long enough. Yeah. Alonso, I don't get this thing with Alonso playing. Why is Alonso still? Why was he our captain today? Can someone answer that one?
Alonso I think Alonso is as today. Alonso is better than Chilwell. It's obvious to me. I don't know why.
Why are you basing that on? Hold on. Why are you basing that on? Come on, Boogeyman. Why are you basing that on?
Okay, so we play against Crystal Palace. We play against Liverpool, and then we just play against Aston Villa.
He does this every season. He does it every season. He plays 4 games and then just drops off.
I don't think Chilwell can even move the Manchester United left back. So I just don't. I don't understand.
Come on,
No, but what's the problem there? Like, I just don't understand. The guy cannot compete.
Hang on.
He's not ready.
What are we talking about? Like,
Wait. Boogeyman. You said he can't compete. Okay, now don't tell me he can't replace. Wait, Boogeyman.
Yeah.
Don't tell me he can't replace Luke Shaw for England or this or that.
So
the last game he played, okay, he won the Champions League. He was selected for England.
That was exactly what I was
saying. Gareth Southgate didn't choose him, didn't pick him. All right, now he came back. He wasn't picked to start. Alonso was picked to start. Alonso put in a good performance. A few good performances.
Exactly.
But to tell me that because Alonso put in a few good performances, he has automatically pushed Ben Chilwell out.
Yeah, but why is Ben Chilwell haven't played any game then?
Because he's trying to get a match.
To kill.
Can I just say something, guys? I heard he fall out.
No. Hey, Kasim.
He fall out.
Kasim, stop. Stop. Yeah. Listen, don't always jump in it, please. Listen, Alonso has played our first 3 EPL games. England was in Europe, the Europa Cup. Chilwell has not played any since the Champions League. So don't tell me that since the Champions League that we play, Chilwell has been able to move anybody in front of him. No, Alonso is performing good. So
what's happened then? Can you just tell me what's happened then?
Can I just say something? I tell you what happened. I know what happened. I tell you what happened.
Wait. Let him finish his point. Let him finish his point. Go on, Boogeyman.
I'm going to talk about Chelsea. I tell you what happened. From what
let
I
him
heard,
finish his point, Kasim. Let him finish his point.
Oh, sorry. I thought 50 coming in.
No, wait. Go on, Boogeyman.
Listen, I'm not a coach. All I can see is, for some reason, Alonso has started our 3 EPL game.
He's in
Today,
good form.
everybody think Chilwell will start it. Even yesterday, when we
No, I don't think anyone thought that.
What's that?
I don't think anyone thought that. Everyone put Alonso over.
Yeah, everybody.
Chilwell.
Let's go.
Not here.
See, people just say stuff without proof. That's so scary.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yesterday,
I was on 4 streams yesterday.
We had Chilwell starting.
I was on 3-4 channels yesterday. I did this, and we all said Alonso would start over Chilwell because of his form.
Boogeyman. Let me just say one thing to you, mate, please.
Listen, I'll just listen at this one. Everyone, you cannot say everyone. Say who is everyone?
I said I went to 3 streams. We had like 6-7 people in there, and I said,
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying. Yeah,
I will tell you Chilwell will start.
Why would Chilwell come in right now? It doesn't make sense. He would start for Zenit. It doesn't make sense. I agree. Alonso's in form, but he's in form. Chilwell's class. He's a world-class player.
Can we Boogeyman?
No. Let me say this. The question for Jim was this. I don't know why Chilwell did not start today. And I say, why would he start?
I know why.
Boogeyman, last season, right? You remember, because Tuchel done it when he was here. Alonso, if you remember, halfway through the season, got in the team for how many games? He played 3 or 4 games in a row. Yeah, we then reverted back to Chilwell, who then continued to play the rest of the season all the way to the Champions League, and we won it. What I'm trying to get to is that Tuchel's really come out and said the reason why Ben Chilwell's not been getting in at the beginning of the season is because he hasn't been played for England. He's not match fit, and he hasn't been playing games. And Alonso, and I get it, Alonso has been playing good. So if Alonso's fit and playing good, he holds his position. But what I'm trying to get to at with Tuchel, eventually he will rotate. Tuchel always rotates. He won't keep Alonso in the team the whole time. I reckon you probably will see Chilwell come in next game and start building his match fitness up. And then eventually you might start seeing Alonso some games, Chilwell some other games, Alonso some other games, Chilwell. I don't know. Or it will just be Chilwell again. But all I'm saying to you is he hasn't thrown him on the bench and forgot about him. He's not going to play for Chelsea anymore this season. It's just that he hasn't been playing.
Said that either. All I'm saying, what's that?
He's not kicked a ball. He's not kicked a ball since the Champions League.
You're somehow blaming Chilwell for not.
He was with England team.
And he didn't play.
Why are you blaming Chilwell on the fact that Southgate didn't pick him? What does that have to do with Southgate?
Also, who do I blame?
So you blame the player for not getting picked.
It's always down to the player. I don't understand. Okay,
hang on. What did Chilwell have to
do? Wait. Listen,
I just don't think there's no logic in anything.
Sorry, Boogeyman. Southgate isn't picking Chilwell because he's not playing for Chelsea. Because Chelsea, he's not being picked by Tuchel. Tuchel isn't picking Chilwell because Southgate isn't picking him. So what can he do? What can Chilwell do? Both managers are not picking him.
He has to show more.
He's training well.
I don't agree with that. That's
correct.
Okay. Wait. How do we know he's okay? I'm looking at the pictures. I'm looking at the videos. He's training. He's smiling. I'm not seeing no arguments. How do I know he's training well or he's training badly? We can't make an assessment either way, correct?
No,
we can't.
Picking him.
Hold on.
That answers your question.
So the fact that Tuchel isn't picking him means he's not training well.
No,
it doesn't mean for Tuchel to win the Aston Villa game. Tuchel is 100% sure Alonso will have to win it. You think Tuchel come to this game to lose?
Emerson Palmieri. Tuchel, in one of his press conferences, I can't remember which one it was, but he said that Emerson Palmieri trains so well and he has such a good professional behavior around him, the way that he interacts, the way that he acts. He finds it hard to leave him out, but he has to. After that, Emerson Palmieri went to the Euros and he started playing, and he did what he did, and now we wish him the best luck with his career away from the club. But what I'm trying to say is, Emerson Palmieri was doing bits in training, but he wasn't getting picked. Tuchel has a system. Tuchel has a tactic, a strategy that he implements against the team that he plays against. We didn't see Ben Chilwell today because he thought Alonso would be doing a better job. In my opinion, Alonso today didn't do himself a lot of favours.
No.
In my opinion, Alonso has had good performances over the past couple of games, but today he didn't do himself a lot of favours. He was average. He was average.
Yeah.
His crossing upset me. His crossing today upset me because he got into some good positions, but he wasn't able to deliver that cross in. Now, I think we will see a rotation. Like Jem has rightly said, we will see a rotation. And this will happen in all positions. We've
got
Don't
50
be surprised.
games a season. 50 games of a season. We've only played 4. We're already saying, Alonso, he's took his spot. Come on, man. You've got a long season, man. 4 competitions.
I don't mind. I'm not saying there will not be rotation. I'm just saying today game, Tuchel has decided Alonso will play better than Chilwell.
Fine.
Alonso is a wing back. We know this already. He understands the position. He knows what is asked from him in that position. Chilwell's still learning that position. It's probably the reason why he didn't play in the Euros. It's probably the reason why it took some time for him to get into the side at the time when Tuchel took over. He's gonna get games. He's actually a more complete wing back than Alonso is, because he can actually defend a bit and get forward. He just has to learn the distances, like where he needs to be on the pitch. That's all it is.
I agree with that. He's a better player than Alonso, but I still think for these games, Tuchel decided Alonso is better fit to play this game than Chilwell.
That's fine.
100%.
Do you know what was
no, Jim. Your question was, I just don't know why Alonso is still playing. Why Chilwell is not playing? And I'm telling you,
he's not match fit.
He's not much fit. He's not much fit.
He's not been playing. But do you know what was more painful today?
Why is Alonso match fit?
I found it quite funny, actually. In that game, right? I don't know if you remember it, but I can't remember what player it was, but the Villa player was running in the corner near his penalty box, and Alonso was chasing him, and he literally nutmegged him.
That was
very rude. And then he put him on the floor. And when I saw that, I was like, nah, we can't. Like, honestly,
it's very poor defensively. It's very poor defensively. Can I just say, I heard rumor Tuchel fell out with Ben Chilwell because he's supposed to come after England, Europe. He's supposed to be coming a bit early from holiday, and he stayed over. So I think Tuchel had a little dig about he should have been coming a bit earlier. It could be.
No.
He won't sit him out for 4
I love
games.
you, man.
I'm not saying 100%.
That's
That's what I heard.
No.
When we're talking about Alonso, he's very poor defensively, mate. It really is.
The
back five is okay.
Alonso is he has had a good run of games. He's had a good run of games, so we can't take that away from him. That's part of why Chilwell isn't getting involved. But let's not assume that Alonso is starting week in, week out for the next 30 plus
nobody
games.
assumed that.
Exactly. This is what I said earlier, damned if you do, damned if you don't. He's giving Alonso a chance. Let him give him a chance. Ben Chilwell will come in. He might even come in the next game. Just like Cho, I think he should give Cho a chance against Zenit. And if he fluffs that, and you see him sat on the bench for another 3 months, I don't want to hear any Chelsea fan saying a pipsqueak. Because this guy has had his opportunities.
From what I've heard, people are upset with Tuchel because Cho could have gone out on loan, and in the end, he decided he wouldn't go out on loan. So if he's not going out on loan, you have to get him involved. You have to. You don't have to, but you should.
You have to earn it, though. You have to earn it.
Yeah, of course you have to earn it, but at the same time,
that is so wrong. Cho is a Chelsea player. He doesn't decide anything. Like, I just don't understand
Of
that.
course he doesn't.
If we
No,
need him, he
nobody-
stays.
One
I know.
second. People, listen. We've had just under 400 people in the chat for the most part of the stream, and we haven't hit 200 likes yet. So I want to ask you guys to do us a favor and hit that like button. Let's get to 200 likes. I would really appreciate it. I've also added as the pinned comment the link to the panel. You're able to click on that and jump on and give us your thoughts and opinions about today's game. I'll be more than happy to host you for a couple of minutes. So if you want to come on and give us your thoughts and opinions, please click on that link and jump in. Go on, lads. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Well, sorry to cut whoever it was that was talking. I just want to add this one bit. There comes a time where the player has to take some responsibility. Now, this guy, I don't want to hear this loan business. As was said, he's a Chelsea player. We have identified him as somebody that is going to help this squad. And he played today as he played in the Super Cup final. And he's going to play again. I don't think this will be the last time we see Cho playing or indeed starting. Yeah, I'm talking about Cho this time. And look, all this, you're a young player. He needs game time. He needs to play on the left, the right, the center, the back, or whatever. Chalobah was on the field as well. Chalobah has taken, it doesn't matter. That is your specialty. And for the specialty with which he is playing for the club, he has taken his opportunities. It's about time we start seeing Cho be more effective in games.
As well.
He's drifting out to the left, to the right, he's not effective, and he's there
Bobby,
to be an effective player.
I agree.
So you prefer him to just be a Chelsea player and barely play games, because obviously whenever he gets a chance, he's not showing it. He's not really showing that he should be starting week in, week out.
My point is that's not the point.
I'm gonna interrupt. I've got a couple of people wanted to jump in. I'm gonna bring them on one after the other. We'll hear their point of view, and then we'll discuss their opinions. The first one is Gabriel. Gabriel, welcome to the stream. Tell us what you thought about the game today, mate.
Evening, gentlemen.
Evening.
Yeah, I mean, like what I said in my comments previously, 3 points. It wasn't the best of games. First half, a bit of a lucky escape. Saul had a bit of a nightmare, but nonetheless, grand scheme of things is, with one, there's a lot of food for thought. I just wanted to go back to Bobby's comment about Cho. I think ultimately, from what I understand of what Thomas Tuchel has said, the fact that he's played Chalobah, who performed well in pre-season, the fact that he's allowing Alonso to continue to play, I think he is a coach that allows players, he rewards players with what he sees in training. So I just wanted to back up what Bobby said,
All right. Yeah, no. Gabriel, thank you for coming on. Thank you for giving us your thoughts and opinions. Gabriel, are you generally happy with the performance? Yes, there was the performance was flawed, but are you generally happy? We won the game at the end. We didn't play well, but we still were able to turn it around and and get the 3 points. So generally, are you happy with this?
No, well, what I would say is that I'm happy with the result. I'm still a little bit skeptical about chances.
Okay.
I'm thinking back to, chance creation. Like when we had Juan Mata, Fabregas, I'm still, in our midfield, I just wish that our sort of creative players were a little bit more clinical.
Gabriel,
because we've got Lukaku to bang in the goals, but where are the chances coming from? That's the only little.
You see, Gabriel, in your super chat, we talked about this, and the question I have for you is this: do you think the fact that we brought in Lukaku, because last season we were creating a lot of chances, but we weren't able to convert them? Do you think that Lukaku has taken away one of those attacking players that was able to create more chances but has added the finishing aspect. So because of
No,
that, we're creating less.
Yeah.
How do you
No,
see
I think
that?
what it is, we've got too many like-for-like players on, like the likes of Pulisic, Ziyech. Mount possibly could do it, but we just need maybe someone in the middle who's a little bit more
creative.
Creative. Yeah, like the Mata
I agree
or
with you.
Fabregas.
Fabregas, yeah.
Can I just add to what he's saying actually? And it's
Jim,
very
Jim.
Go on.
Go on, Jim. Go on.
I'm just going to really quickly just saying what he's saying. The difference between us and Man United is what they've got behind Ronaldo, because they have a Bruno, they have a Pogba, they have a Sancho. They have these players that are able to create. The issue that we have at the moment is, yes, we're scoring. We've got Lukaku who's clinical and he's scoring goals, but the individuals behind him are just not performing to that level. Hakim Ziyech was brought in to create. He's not.
I don't think it's good enough, mate.
History, and that's for us.
All right. Well, thank you, Gabriel. Thank you for coming on. Much
All right,
appreciated,
thank you.
and again, thank you always for your support and your super chats. Much appreciated, mate. Thank you very much.
All right, see you soon, brothers. Bye.
Cheers, brother.
Gabriel.
Take care.
Thanks, bro.
Thank you. Cheers. I'm going to add on Chris Champions. He was on last night. I think he's the Scottish lad. Chris, welcome, my man.
Oh, hold on. Can you smell that? Winning the league, lads. That's all I'm saying, yeah. Winning the league.
I love it.
Big up. Positivity. That's what we've been missing, man. Big up.
Oh, mate.
Go on, Chris.
Marcus Alonso, mate, yeah? That guy. What a guy, mate. I don't even care about all these players, mate. Fit them all in the team. We're winning the league, we're winning the lot. Up the Chelsea. Simple as that.
All right, Chris, big up to you. Thank you for jumping on, mate.
No worries, mate. No worries. Winning the league.
We will. Champion, and we're also going to be the champions of Europe for the third time.
Yeah.
Back to back this time.
Yeah, definitely.
Big up to you, mate. Big up to you. Thanks for jumping on. Cheers, mate. Take care, Chris. All right, listen. The link is there for everyone to click on and jump on and give me your thoughts and opinions about the game. It's good to see people coming on the regular, like Chris, Gabriel. So yeah, the link is there for you. Click on it and jump on. Jem, the comment about chance creation. Do you think Saul is that player that could do it? Because Saul is a player that Tuchel has been talking up quite a lot, especially before this game. And for him to pick him to start him, whether it was a mistake, whether it was right or wrong, debatable. He did it, and it didn't work out quite well. But do you think he's been brought in because he can do that?
If you used to look at the stats, the answer to that would be no. He's not the same. He's not the same Saul Niguez 2 years ago. That he was 2 years ago. He's not. If you think about what he was really brought in for me, I think he's a very good system player. If you look at what he did at Atletico Madrid, and he done at Atletico Madrid very well, is that he fit in and he worked hard for Simeone in the system and the way that they like to play. And I think he's been brought in to do that. Should he be creating? Should he be the one that looks up and progresses with the ball and does a lot more with it? I think so, more so than Kovačić, Kante, and even Jorginho to a degree as well. I think he's the guy that should be doing that. I think the issue that we have with Saul Niguez is that, like I keep saying, he's not the same individual he was 2 years ago. Will he find that form again? If he does find that form, then we have got one hell of a player. Don't get me wrong, because he is a very good player. My issue is with it is, can he do it in the Premier League? Obviously, we know the tempo is completely different to what it is in the Spanish league. He won't have the time on the ball to look up and have 3 or 4 touches. He'll have to think quickly and remove the ball and be a bit more physical. He won some good balls in the air. I didn't know how tall he was until he's like 6 foot something. But
6'1",
6'2".
Exactly. You look at Jorginho, Kante, and that we're not very good in the air in that position. And every time the ball was coming in, he was actually, that's the one thing I could say that was good today, that he was winning the balls in the air against some of these big midfielders. And I think it's yet to be seen with Sal, but I think he's been brought in to be a system player more than anything at the moment.
Yeah, no, I think it's too early for us to judge Saul.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. Just say at this point, he knows his limit. If he's smart enough, he will learn from it. Jorginho also first game was not good. Someone also said today, Thiago Silva first game wasn't not good at all. Like he make those big mistakes. So listen, he's a Spanish, and the Spanish are known to be ballers. So I think he need time. He need time, and he will figure it out. But we need to give him the time, and hopefully, we don't have too much injuries in the midfield. Because Kovačić, he was immense today. He covered a lot for Saul today.
Yeah, it was not a match for me.
I was really impressed with Kovačić. Really impressed.
Yeah, it was.
I saw people talking down, about his performance, but no, he was smart.
Oh yeah, there is some guy in the chat. Mo. So
Olu,
Kovačić was.
Olu,
Oh, sorry, go. Yeah, go.
Yeah, I just want to introduce Olu. Olu, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the panel. You have 2 minutes to introduce yourself and give me your thoughts and opinions about the game today, mate.
Absolutely. Great job you guys doing. It's a fantastic platform. I just want to make my comments with regard in today's match. I think we didn't play so good in the first half. The likes of Saul Niguez, I believe, is pretty new in the team. Very technical player. Didn't improve himself, but I believe over time he's going to get better. He's a very fantastic player. And I think in general, you can see the likes of Ziyech, Callum Hudson-Odoi, the wingers, they didn't impact the game. And that's my question. Like, what exactly does those two players bring to Chelsea Football Club? They're not productive, It just reminds me of the days of the Willian, Pedro, Hazard. They're very effective, They dribble, they can cross. They're very efficient as well. But for Ziyech and what's his name? Cho, I just don't get it. Are they wingers, or I don't know what to give Chelsea as a football club. They need to do better. And in general, I believe the game was won by 3 goals. Club did better, but I think there's room for improvement. And secondly, I just wanted to make this point as well, which regarding Ben Chilwell and Alonso. Alonso is playing pretty good right now, but
is he gone?
I think he might have a
in terms of the defender. And I believe over time it will come good. And there's room for improvement for the team. And I think Jim did touch that. Lukaku is doing pretty good. Defense is great. Keeper is great. But midfield, I believe the likes of what's his name, Kovačić, they can be better. But I'm really impressed with Kovačić as a player. He gave very fantastic pass to Lukaku, which is awesome. And I just, in general, in total, I just wish, our wingers could be much more impactful, to help contribute goals and also create assists as well. That's my problem with the team.
All right. Well, listen, mate. Thank you for your feedback. I agree with pretty much everything you said, apart from one area I disagree with you, and that is in regards to Hakim Ziyech. Hakim Ziyech had a poor game today. I agree, but Hakim Ziyech is not a poor player. I think he has good games and he has bad games. I think the injury that he had, and I think also the tackle that he received earlier in the first half when he was pulled by his shoulder. I don't know if you guys remember that. I can't remember one of the Villa players. He literally grabbed him by the shoulder and flung him across the pitch.
And they got a yellow card too.
Yeah, he got a yellow card for it, and I think that might have shook him a little bit because of his injury. Regardless, his performance was poor, but I think Hakim Ziyech has shown that he can be a good player under the right circumstances. Whether those are going to be consistent or not, we'll have to wait and see. But Olu, thank you for coming on. Much appreciated, and I hope to see you in the future.
Awesome, absolutely. Have a good one, guys.
Lukaku has 2 chances and he scored both. Yeah, it was not even chances. Those are half chances that he managed to put.
It was clinical today.
So he played really good. He's
he had a quiet game. It just was clinical. He had a quiet game.
But he's done.
Sorry, the goal that he scored was literally his 6th touch on the.
I don't give it. I don't even care as long as he's scoring goals.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. It's touch and it's
yeah.
So it's brilliant. I mean,
but I don't think
No, that's what I was going to
DJ
say.
Sav. I'm not gonna introduce you or welcome you because I've already done that. So jump in.
Who are you, mate? Can you introduce yourself? Who are you?
That's
What's
what
going
I
on,
was
Jem?
going to. That's what I was going to say.
Big up, bro.
Someone said our winger are not really impactful, but we know for sure that if the ball end up in Lukaku's feet, he's going to do something with it, and that scared the defenders also. So normally it should release our winger to try new things because it's not that complicated.
We don't play with wingers.
We don't.
That's the other thing too. Like we don't like Pulisic is a natural winger. Cho is a natural winger. You know, like they're playing in a position. They're playing in a team right now that doesn't play with wingers.
Yeah, but then. Yeah, that's true. But again, they have that freedom to dribble when you have a focus point. That's all. But they're not even using it anymore. I know last season they all three just keep running, and we have more possession, we have more ball, we can do all those things. But I mean, they need to adapt to Lukaku as fast as possible, because against tough team, Lukaku will not be having those. If we don't give Lukaku more chances, he's not going to score them. And that happened against Liverpool.
I think the chances have to come to the guys that are playing in behind him, the number 10.
That's what I'm trying to say. Those people need to adapt to this new system, because last season we created a lot of chances. Nobody's there to put it in. Now we have someone that can put them in, and they're not there to create the same chances. They cannot really beat anybody one-on-one, or they cannot. It just doesn't look any good. I don't understand the whole thing. So Tuchel needs
I tell you why, Boogeyman, because I don't think, in my opinion, Ziyech is good enough. We don't have proper number 10.
Yeah, but the same Ziyech played last season, and we create a lot of chances.
Yeah, just hear me out, Boogeyman. That's my opinion. I don't think Ziyech, he could be a good player, but I don't think he's good for Chelsea Football Club. He's weak. His work rate is not great, and I think I thought he was gonna last summer. I thought Chelsea would sell him. We needed proper number 10.
I so disagree with you in the way that Ziyech under Lampard was playing really good. When Tuchel came in, a few games Ziyech played okay. He played good. Like, I'm not even saying. So my point is this: something changed. We have a focal point. There's not too much movement in front anymore. You have to run behind Lukaku or do what. At the same time, you have to cover your space. Before, every time Ziyech run, Werner will cover for him. Lukaku is not doing that. Lukaku just a focal point. They need to adapt at that point. Maybe that time they need it take longer for them to adapt. I'm not sure, but Tuchel need to figure that out, because they're all talented kids. Shaw is just kind of lazy. I don't like, if I say so, I don't want to shock people, but I think Ziyech, Pulisic, and who else? The German Ziyech. No. Ziyech, Pulisic, Callum,
I disagree.
Harvard.
Yeah,
those people have proven that they're really good players at a certain point. Cho is just the one that is still the big thing, the bigness thing, we're not seeing it. That's
Boogeyman,
problem with
do you not think that
one second, Jim. Tuna, I think that's how you pronounce your name. You have to reset your connection to allow you to come back in. I can see you, but I can't bring you on. So reset your connection, please. Jim, go ahead, mate.
Now, just a quick one. Do you not think, because I disagree with Kasim when he says that Hakim Ziyech is not a good player. He is
not good enough for Chelsea.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. I think there's something that we're missing here, because we got to bear in mind, it's not just Hakim Ziyech. We've got Christian Pulisic, we've got Hakim Ziyech, we've got Cho, Werner, in and out of games. Do you think, this is a question to you guys, do you think the reason that these players behind the strikers are struggling to play to the best of their abilities because of the system that we play? Do you think it's not getting the best out of them? Do you think it's this?
Yeah, I think it's part of it.
100%.
Because they're not bad.
They're natural wingers.
Yeah.
All the guys you mentioned already are natural wingers. And the difference is they're used to playing out wide with somebody in the middle, not a striker, but maybe a number 10 there that can help them build attacks. We don't play like that anymore.
Yeah.
When we saw Ziyech under Frank Lampard, he was fantastic. He was fantastic until he got injured.
System.
Pulisic under Lampard was fantastic.
Yeah.
Werner is
we saw Callum Hudson-Odoi under Sarri. He was fantastic. until
I
the
was gonna
injury.
say that.
You know, like these
Yeah.
are all things that we know. It's
but
the
then,
system.
Dennis, couch critics. So when we have Werner instead of Lukaku, they were performing okay also. And that led us to we create a lot
For
of
different
chances.
reasons, though. For different reasons, though, because
Tell me about
the space that Werner was providing for us with his runs allowed us to get in behind and stuff like that. He's got blazing pace, right?
So that's
So
what
we're
I
playing
keep. Yeah,
differently
okay.
now.
His
We're playing
movement is
differently
great.
with
His
Lukaku.
Yeah,
right now.
not good. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say because I'm thinking the fact that we have a focal point, which end up being scoring goals for us, which that was a major problem last season, but we just need that focal point at this point. But they cannot. They just have a hard time adapting into the new system.
Or do
Because
we need to tweak the system? That's what I'm saying. We can still have Lukaku as the focal point, but to get the best out of the boys behind, do we need to do something different to allow them to be more
my
productive?
answer to you is no,
I'm saying.
because I don't want to concede. My answer to you is no.
Yeah.
For me, for the defense, 5 at the back,
Yeah,
up to
and
the
I agree
two,
with that.
up
Yeah.
to the 2 midfielder, we always have to keep that. But those 3 up front have to figure this out. They
Yeah.
have to
Yeah,
figure this out between
yeah.
them.
For
I'd
players
rather
like
win a game 1-0 because that
Yeah.
is the characteristic of a big team, especially in
Yeah.
EPL, where anything can score on you anytime.
Mm.
So I don't want to concede.
Yeah, I agree with that. For players like Pulisic, I think the main thing for him is he just needs to stop getting injured.
He's injured.
It's true.
Yeah. So yeah,
Can I come
maybe,
back? Can I come back to Jim? I think Jim. I think time will prove to you. I think, in my opinion, Hakim Ziyech is not good enough to be for Chelsea. His work rate is not there. He's always injured. Look at Bruno Fernandes.
Cassie, you're not good enough to be on this panel. That's a joke. That's a joke. Hey, don't take it so personal. I'm joking. Hey, sorry.
Listen.
Sorry.
Listen.
I was just joking.
I know. Listen.
No, I was
Boogeyman.
just joking.
Boogeyman.
That's my third strike. Are you kicking me out?
Listen, Hakim Ziyech is good enough to play for Chelsea. Hakim Ziyech isn't performing well. He had an injury. He's back from an injury. We make excuses for everyone under the sun, but we can't make an excuse for Hakim Ziyech. Why?
I have a few excuses to make for Ziyech. You see the game that you were mentioning, the Liverpool match. Hakim Ziyech is a player who, if there's one thing I like about Ziyech, is he doesn't. Some people see it as arrogance, but he doesn't hesitate with certain things. He doesn't care. He just tries things, and if it doesn't work, he'll try something else, or he'll try again. That match against Liverpool, Kai Havertz hesitated in the final third. He could have played the through ball to Lukaku. He hesitated. The chance was gone. Mason Mount could have squared the ball to Havertz for a tap-in. He didn't do it. He shot instead. Those kind of situations, that's what Ziyech would improve on for me. I think Ziyech would play that pass. He wouldn't hesitate. He would just put the pass in, and he would just, do the things that some other players might be hesitant to do.
Yeah,
And that's one of the things I like
those
about.
passes, but it will never reach. He played that today. It didn't reach Lukaku. So
Yeah,
what's the point of playing them if it doesn't reach?
To be fair, he didn't have, like we've already agreed, he didn't have the best game today. But Ziyech is the kind of player who does things like that. He won't be afraid to play the through ball. He'll make those those difficult passes that other players are not willing to do. So that's when Ziyech is at his best. Those are the things that you can be sure about. Those are the things that you know that he'll do. So I'm not willing to say that he should leave or anything like that. Obviously, he has this season. I've already said before that he's 28 years old, so he doesn't have a lot of time. This season is make or break for him. He has to do a lot. So hopefully he does, but it's still too early for me. I don't want to make any kind of conclusion right now.
I think
guys, Bobby, just 1 second. Tona. I think your name is Tona. That's how you pronounce it. I'm trying to add you on, but I can't. You're gonna have to reset your connection. I have a feeling you may have to switch off and on your device. If it's your phone, reset switch off the phone and switch it back on again. because it's not allowing me to connect you. I can see your name, but I can't connect you to the panel. So please reset.
I think sometimes you have to change the browser also.
Possibly, yeah.
Because I remember someone also coming here one day and say after he changed the browser, you'll be able to have connected him after that. So maybe you have to change the browser, whatever you use it.
It's not allowing me to connect you as it is right now. So please reset. Bobby, I apologize for cutting you off, mate.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I was just going to say I agree with Eric Blue. I don't think anybody's, it's way too early. Nobody's saying, Ziyech has to go and all that. I mean, if anybody says that, then they don't understand football, and it's a very ridiculous thing to come out with. Ziyech is more frustrating than disliked.
It's true.
He's frustrating because people think that by now a player of his age and supposed quality should be more aware of his surroundings. Where I find Ziyech frustrating is that, yes, he's a sort of slight player, but he's an attacker. He's a nimble player. He can play in various areas. He's got an excellent cross, and he does take a shot. Where I felt he wasn't as bad as Callum today was at least he got a few shots off, even if they were inaccurate and sometimes they were blocked and they just didn't go anywhere. But at least he got some shots off. And Callum, when he had the opportunity, he didn't.
Bobby, Ziyech made mistakes today, no doubt.
Yeah, he
made
did.
mistakes. His decision making wasn't spot on, but I think Ziyech is always trying to prove himself. He is always, the saying that he has a chip on his shoulder. I think Ziyech is always trying to show that he is better than what people think he is. Okay, so Ziyech does that, and maybe sometimes when he should be passing the ball, because he wants to score, he wants to be the center of attention. Maybe it's making him pick the wrong ball or the wrong decision, making the wrong decision. But I don't criticize him because I think he's a bad player. I think maybe he's having a bad game because prior to that he was performing well, and I believe moving forward he's going to perform well. I'll let you finish off your statement, and then I'll try to bring these people on. Listen, both of you people waiting in the back room, I can't get you on, and I don't know why. It's not letting me connect you. Big Papa and Tuna, I can't get you on, so you're gonna have to reset your connections, both of you. Sorry, Bobby.
Yeah, Ziyech, I think you could be right, but for his age and for the stage at which he is at Chelsea, that really isn't good enough. Mentally, you should be able to cope with more, and you should be able to compose yourself a bit more. There are a lot younger players doing a lot better in terms of composure. So I don't think that's a get out of jail card. But hey, look, okay, he's going to get some bad games because of the way he plays. And sometimes he's not going to be 100%. Someone like Ziyech, when he's good, he's very, very good. When he's bad, he's frustrating. For me, I've watched sort of English football for decades, since I was a child, basically. And I know and appreciate that if there's one thing that's going to happen in this country of ours is your physicality. Then in the old Division 1, which was basically GBH on the field, and now where it gets a bit nasty every now and then. I watched Jorginho quite carefully when he came on because he did come on with strapping. And one of the reasons John McGinn gave him that spiteful tackle, which is what it was I was very impressed with his resilience. Jorginho took a few kicks today and he stood up like a man and he got on with it. And he wasn't pushed over as easily as he usually is. And that's why McGinn went for him, because he was like, wow, this guy's getting a bit too big for his boots. Let me show him something. And, that was totally over the top. I want to see a little bit of that from Ziyech. Don't always give up. He gives up too easily. And if you do that in the EPL, you're going to be bulldozed over. Once you show a bit of resistance, then the opposition players will start to respect you. They've started to respect Jorginho, and I want to see that respect creep into the game of someone like Ziyech.
Fair comment. Fair comment. I want to bring in Big Papa. Oh, we lost Big
Is that?
Papa.
Yeah.
All right, Big Papa.
You waited too long.
Yeah, if you want to try again, we're happy to bring you on. Apparently, we've got Cristiano Ronaldo waiting to jump on, but his camera isn't connecting. So, Ronaldo, buy yourself a new camera and try to jump on. It's not connecting. Yeah, listen, people, it's been nearly 2 hours. It's been nearly 2 hours. Let me see how many likes we've got on the stream. 199. With 16 dislikes. Big up. Big up.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's double figures. That's a record. So big up to everyone who's disliked the stream. Double figures for the first time. I mean, I'm getting this video out to people who don't normally see it, and therefore I'm assuming there was some fans from Aston Villa watching the stream, some fans from Arsenal probably, Tottenham definitely, Man United maybe, and that's why I've got 16 dislikes. But at least 201 of you were Chelsea fans because you actually hit that like button. So if there's more of you Chelsea fans in the stream who haven't hit the like button, show the other clubs what you're all about and hit the like button for the stream. Much appreciate all of the support we've had in the stream. We've had some crazy viewership on the stream. I had at one point over 550 people watching the stream at one point in time. So that's fantastic.
So what's next for Saul? What's next for Saul?
Listen, before we go to what's next for Saul, how much time do you guys want to stay on? I'm flexible.
I'm same here, mate.
I'm good until my kid comes.
Continue. All right.
Mo, I'll stay for a few more minutes.
Mo, just a quick thing. Can I just I just want to go back to Callum Hudson-Odoi. It's interesting you guys have been chatting about him. I don't know if you guys have seen in the last 7 minutes or 6 minutes tweets from Nizar Kinsella and also from Fabrizio Romano. They've actually just come out and said that Thomas Tuchel actually came out and said on Chelsea rejecting Dortmund's loan bid for Hudson-Odoi, for him personally it may have been a good opportunity, but for us and our targets that we want to achieve, it was simply impossible. That's coming from Nizar Kinsella, and then Fabrizio Romano is basically saying Tuchel about Hudson-Odoi and to Dortmund, it was a very easy decision. There was no chance to say yes to Dortmund for Hudson-Odoi on the last day. For him personally, it may have been a good opportunity, but for us, impossible. I see a stronger Callum every day in training. So he clearly believes in Callum. That's one of the reasons why he did not go out on loan.
All right. Listen, I want to ask you guys this question. Do you think Callum Hudson-Odoi playing as a right wing back is going to do his career any favours?
No, definitely not that.
Okay. So, do you think Callum Hudson-Odoi should be competing with Havertz, Mount, Ziyech, Werner, Pulisic for the attacking spots?
I would like to answer that question, but I will just, what exactly Tuchel is seeing in training? That's my question. Because I don't understand if he was playing as a wing back in training. So that the comment that Gigi just gave, that means is related to the wing back position. So he has to show that in games. If it is a winger in training and he put in the kid as a wing back, then we understand why the kid is always lost. He doesn't know. So I just don't know. Someone needs to explain us what exactly is Cho's position.
Can I just say something about positions? Cho's like what, 20 years old? He's been playing as a winger his entire life. Are we expecting that because he's a professional in this Chelsea setup that he's supposed to be adaptable to play a number of different positions at his age at this point? Like, it just takes some time to adapt, I think. Like, he's not a wing back. We all know this.
Yeah.
We've all seen him play in this position, and we know that's not where he's well suited. For me, I think that, like, a lot of the time we're putting a lot more pressure on these young kids to succeed. And just because he's not getting ahead of, say, the Pulisic's, the Havertz, and Mounts, it doesn't mean that he's a bad player. It just means that those players are further ahead in their development right now. He needs to go on loan. I hate to admit it. I really think that he needs to go on loan and define his football in his position. Define his football in his position. Because right now, playing out of position at the age that he is right now is not doing anything for his career.
Mm-hmm.
He has to for me, for me, somebody of his age has to define himself in his role, his preferred role first. Then you allow him to, okay, well, we tried you here. That's great. We know you can play here. Where else can you play for us? Show us that you're adaptable after that. Don't put him in a position where where he has to adapt to a new position at the beginning of his career. That's how I see it, at least.
I wanna say firstly, big up to Julius. Julius,
Yo,
welcome.
Big up, Julius.
Congratulations on the 3 points. How you doing, my man?
Good. How are you all?
Oh,
Big
good.
up,
How are
Julius.
you? Big up, mate.
Good, we're good.
Big up.
Julius,
Hey,
man,
Julius.
listen. I want you to give me your opinion on the game in general, and also I want you to go into detail when it comes to the whole Saul Niguez performance and situation.
Actually, I was actually traveling, so
Oh.
I didn't really watch the game properly
Oh.
because I was watching it on the phone while coming back. So,
Hmm.
but I noticed. I think Lukaku had a very good game. Chaloba, I saw one mistake as well. Overall, I think we were solid. We were organized, and we're playing like potential champions. To be honest, from what I've seen, I'm very happy more about. Of course, like I'm happy we got the 3 points, but I'm very happy that we got the clean sheet. And now 4 games we've conceded only 1 goal. That's amazing, man. Like we haven't seen that in so long, Since Tuchel came in, the defense has been unbelievable, the organization and everything. But Aston Villa were not amazing today, in my opinion. They had a couple of opportunities. If they took them, they could have scored, in my opinion. But in general, solid performance. I'm very impressed with Hudson-Odoi as well. I think he was amazing today. Didn't really get to see Saul properly, to be honest. I wanted to see what you guys think.
He was
We'll tell you. Before we do though, Calvin Jones, big up to you. Thank you for being on the stream for the past 2 hours. Calvin Jones is another Chelsea YouTuber. So if you haven't checked out his channel, give it a look. He's on his way to 10k. He's just under 10k. So support the community and support Calvin Jones. Mate, have a good night. We'll talk later. We have Vinsol again. Vinsol, I think you were on at the beginning of the stream, or the beginning of the discussion. Give me your thoughts, mate. Give me your thoughts. Vinsol, can you hear us? You're on mute, Vinsol. I'll unmute you. Vinsol, can you hear us?
Yes.
Vinsol, what do you want to tell us about the game?
Today I will say I'm just being honest today. Today, Lukaku 100% impressed me. And yesterday we had so much expectations on Saul, but 100% he didn't perform. But at the end of the day, we shouldn't criticize him. It's his first match, and he should be given time in other games. Let me not say not EPL games, but the way Boogeyman was saying yesterday, at least today I can actually agree with him. But what we needed to do was to at least give him a chance. Then we make our own conclusions on on how his performance was. If 100%, if he would have been left 90 minutes, trust me, Aston Villa would have beaten us. But I'm glad with Tuchel, and he knows what he's doing. He didn't want, let me say, fans or people to say that Saul wasn't given chance. At least he was given chance, and now we can actually make our own conclusions about it. So even next game he's not played, we'll know that Tuchel has actually put him on bench so that he can, improve on certain things. Yeah.
Interesting. I think I don't want to base any decisions on this performance. Maybe I'm just being too optimistic about it, but I think this performance is literally his first kick off the ball in the Premier League, and he's come in in a position in a game on the back of an international break. You know, there's a lot of elements that will change for his next game. I'm starting to agree with what Boogeyman was saying in respect to him not starting this game. Maybe he should be coming off the bench. Maybe it's too early. Maybe. But I think Saúl Ñíguez, for us to base or to judge his season or the future of him at this club based on these 45 minutes, too early. But Vinso, thank you for coming on, mate. Much appreciate your your support and your viewership, and I hope to see you in the next stream. Take care of yourself, brother.
So much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you. Guys, what do you want to take away as positives? Because we seem to have talked about a lot of negativity in respect to this game. What positive aspects can we take away from this game? And I'm going to start this with DJ Sav, because DJ Sav is actually at the stadium watching the game live. So DJ Sav, what positive aspects, elements that we can take away from this game?
Listen, I've said it earlier on when I came on, Baggy. Yeah, we didn't play that great today, but what counts is the result at the end of the day. And we got 3 goals, not playing well. Mendy was absolutely immense in goal, as I said. He kept us in the game. I thought our defence Thiago Silva, again, I have to give it to Boogeyman. I know we were all talking about Christensen starting, but I tell you what, Thiago Silva was absolutely brilliant. He was immense in that defence today as well. Obviously, when Jorginho came on, again, he showed why he should have probably started this game ahead of Saúl Ñíguez. But on the whole, the fans were very happy. The chair, obviously, we got the 3 goals. There was no remorse towards any of the players. There was no disappointment towards the players. The fans were just happy as anything. I think everyone was just back at obviously be happy to be back at the stadium, watching Lukaku making his home debut and scoring those 2 goals, which was great as well. So yeah, it was brilliant, mate. It was absolutely fantastic. And as I said, it may have not been like what everyone's saying, we didn't play that great, but what counts to me is a win at the end of the day. And if you're not playing well and you can still get 3 goals in the game, that for me is, like we've always said, it is a sign of championship material. And obviously it's going to be a close Premiership title this season with United, obviously. But for me, I thought we played well. We done the business. We got the goals. Game wrapped up. We move on to Tuesday. That's how I look at the situation.
I'm gonna put a little twist on this. And I'm going to address it to Couch Critic. Couch Critic, do you think the fact that this was not a spotless performance, the fact that there was a lot of mistakes, there was a lot of errors in this performance, is actually a positive, because now we have things to improve on moving forward? Had this have been a brilliant performance where everything went down to plan, then there wouldn't be anything developing, anything building on, anything that we're going to be learning from this performance. So, is that how you see it? Do you think the fact that we made a few mistakes is a good thing?
I don't ever want to see mistakes, but it's better to get them out early rather than when we have titles to play for and stuff like that. But with that in mind, I do think that one thing that we're still not really focused on, that wasn't even our strongest 11. We're seeing squad players come in and put in a performance where we get 3 points and 3 goals. So, that is a positive. There's still Conte to come back into the side. There's still Reece James to come back into the side. Aspi didn't even start. Our captain, our leader, wasn't even on the pitch for most of the game. There's a lot of things that we could say that, we can nitpick and say that, Saúl had a poor game. We didn't see much from Ziyech. We didn't see much from Hudson-Odoi, but we got the 3 points, and those guys don't play a lot of football. We had a squad on the pitch today that probably have never played together before. Well, definitely have never played together before. So the understanding of where you need to be, the understanding of what the manager wants out of each position probably wasn't there.
Are you talking about Saúl?
I'm talking about everybody. Callum Hudson-Odoi has probably never played with Saúl. I'm sure Ziyech never played. The whole system that's probably the only time we've ever seen that particular lineup put together. And on top of that, those players don't play together, don't play often enough, anyways, right? You rarely see those guys on the pitch. So for them to come off with 3 points and 3 goals, I mean, you got to tip your hat, man. If we're looking for positives, right?
All right. I have someone here. Is he still here? He's still here. TCFC. I'm enjoying this logo you have, this avatar you have, the magician himself. So TCFC, tell me where you're from and give me your thoughts. Can you hear me, T?
How are you guys?
We're good, T. Where you from, T?
I'm from South Africa.
Welcome, T. Tell me how you found the game and what's your thoughts and opinions about the game.
To be honest, I think we made a lot of changes and then we almost lost the game because if Aston Villa was clinical, we should have scored 2 goals or more. To be honest. So for the Saul thing, I think at least he should have started. Came off the bench, so that.
Okay.
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
But rather than
Agreed.
Yeah.
Rather than that, Lukaku is going to help us a lot. I remember last season we struggled against smaller teams, and then we didn't manage to win them. We drew a lot of games. So when we have Lukaku, we know we're going to win games. It doesn't.
Well, do you think his finishing was spot on today? Were you happy to see him being able to score those goals quite easily?
Yes, 2 chances, 2 goals. That's it.
Perfect. Well, T, thank you for coming on. And again, I love your avatar. Fantastic. I hope to see you in the future streams, my man. Take care of yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Cheers. We have Josh B. Oh, we just lost Josh B. He was about to jump on. Listen, people, the stream has been going on for just over 2 hours and 10 minutes. Around 2 hours and 10 minutes. I'm going to allow Josh B to come on and give me his thoughts, and then we're going to conclude the stream. Josh B, welcome to the stream. How you doing?
Oh, hello. I'm good.
Josh, yesterday you were on. You were on
Yes, I
yesterday,
was.
and you said that you don't think Tuchel was going to make a lot of changes, but he did.
Yeah, yeah, he did. Yeah.
Are you satisfied with the performance? What's your thoughts?
Yeah. But we made a lot of mistakes, but that we shouldn't have made. But Aston Villa was they came to win, but unfortunately for them, they were pressuring us, and we got under pressure. And I don't think we earned the game because.
Sorry, can you repeat that? You don't think we what? We earned?
I don't think we should have won that game.
Okay.
I'm good
really?
that we won that game.
Okay. You think Aston Villa could feel hard done by because of the first half performance, maybe?
Yeah, definitely.
And the fact that Mendy was Spider-Man in goal, saving everything. And listen, Josh. The guys here in the panel, they know what I was saying at halftime. At halftime, I was saying, we'd be lucky to win this game, and if we do win this game, Aston Villa will feel hard done by. And I think the second half performance was good, and I think at the end we deserved the win. We had to turn it around. We had to turn it around in the at half time. Josh, thank you for coming on. Big up to you, and appreciate your feedback. Have a good day, my man.
You too.
Cheers, Josh. Take care.
Mo, I want to say something though. I want to give credit to Lukaku here, because if we didn't have Lukaku, this game could have been a draw or a loss. today.
Definitely.
The difference today was we had a finisher up front, and especially the second goal for me, I didn't see that coming at all. You know, it was very impressive. But I want to remind you on something. For me, that's a performance of Premier League champions, because to have to win 3-0 and get 3 points and a clean sheet with not the greatest tactics in the first place against an Aston Villa team who is actually a very, very good team. Like, this team is gonna hurt the big boys this year. I wouldn't be surprised if they beat Liverpool or Arsenal, or they draw with United. You know, so I think it's for me it's all positives from today, and I like when we played not the best football and not the best performance and still win 3-0. You know, so I'm very optimistic.
Yeah, the biggest positive, Julius was saying, when we play against Liverpool, we all were pretty happy about our defensive performance against Liverpool. That was a 10 against 11. And then when we played today, we didn't really have the perfect midfield controlling the ball, but our defense really step up. Mendy, and they saved the 3 point today is just to the defense performance. So it seems like for some reason we're going to go as far as we can. Even we're not performing well, we're not going to be conceding goal, which is the biggest positive. Because again, when we were with Lampard, we kept conceding goal. We score goal, but the back was not really that good. And so this season, I'm really happy about our defense. And even if we're not creating, we're not controlling the game. Seems like the defender can trust Mendy, and Mendy can trust whoever is in front of him. So let's just hope there's no injuries, and I'll be happy the entire season. That's for sure.
Yeah, as Sir Alex once said, attack wins your games, defense wins your trophies. And that's why we won the Champions League. And that's what Tuchel knows. Like, since he came onto Chelsea, he focused on defense, and he's going to keep focusing on defense. Don't expect us to play attacking football and sexy football every time. We're going to have most of our games similar to today. And we're going to still win trophies because of our defense.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I think Lukaku is an amazing striker, especially against smaller team, the second goal that he scored today, the ball was still in between his feet, and the power, and accuracy, I'm just, wow, we have something. Like, it was really excellent. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
I was going to say something. Listen, people in the chat, I've never hit 300 likes on a stream before. Live on a stream. I've hit it like afterwards. But live on the air, I've never hit 300. The last time we came close, we got to 295. If you guys remember, we got to 295, but we could not get those 5 likes at the end. So right now, we are on 221. All right, now I want to get to 300 likes. So I'm going to ask you guys to do me that favor. If you haven't hit the like button already, smash the like button, because there's 160 of you in the stream right now. So if half of you were to do it, we've done it. So let's get to 300 likes. And there's a guy called Joel. Joel, I can't put you on because you're not connected properly. Reset your connection and try again.
Mo, can I just add another thing? I think the other thing I was going to say about today's game, I don't know if you guys saw the stats at the end of the match. I think we were like 63% and they were like 38%. But if you looked at the chances, they created more chances and had more shots on goal than we did today. I don't know if you guys caught on to that today. They had more corner kicks than us as well today. They realistically, I don't think I've seen that happen at Chelsea in a while, where we've had a team that's actually come to us and had more chances at Stamford Bridge. Maybe someone can remind me in the comments if we have, or someone might be able to remind me on that. But for us to just, guys, I was saying today, going to what Julius and to what Boogeyman was saying, when I was talking about saying a team that can go on to win the Premiership, I mean those stats in itself just says you how far we've come under Thomas Tuchel, and how these players are now playing. And like we said, the one thing we missed last season was a goal scorer. And I think with Lukaku there now, and I tell you what, that goal he scored today, especially his second goal, mate, what a rocket of a shot that was. And he could almost. It's a shame he couldn't get his hat trick, but we can't be greedy. But I thought I'd just point it out there because they did have more opportunities on goal today and more corner kicks. And if you guys saw the stats at the end of the match,
no, definitely, and they came to play football. Aston Villa,
that's everything. Yeah,
big up to them, respect to them. They came to the bridge and they came to play football. The best team won. But the fact that they came and they didn't just try to park the bus and catch us on the counter. They came to play football, but end of the day, you're playing against the champions of Europe. End of the day, you're playing against one of the contenders for the Premier League title. So it was a good test for us. And we passed it. Don't forget, lads, we passed the test of Aston Villa today. We beat them. Yes, we had issues, and this is what I was trying to put to couch critic. The fact that we made these mistakes is a positive. It's not a negative, because today Tuchel has things that he needs to work on. Therefore, Chelsea coming onto the pitch next time and the time after that will be a better team. Joel is trying to come on, but I think your connection is weak, man. Because I can see you, but I can't add you again. I'll give you a couple of minutes.
Listen, Mo, I understand when someone say when we make mistakes, it's good. I mean, we have some to work on, or we have improvement to achieve, and all those things. But again, I think in the game of football, when a team is making too many mistakes, the confidence goes down, and that's not something we want. So I think player can do better when they're overconfident. And also, mistakes should not be really. I understand what you're trying to say, but me, I always think the opposite way most of the time. No mistake, and then you write in the.
Boogeyman. I think Couch also said this. He said it's good to get them out of the way early. The thing is this: when you're making mistakes and you're winning, it's okay. If we had made those mistakes and we had lost the game, we would be talking a different talk right now. Okay, but because we won the game, we can reflect on the mistakes, rather than having them getting us angry and getting us annoyed. Joel is connected again. I'm going to try to get him on.
Mo, can
Joel,
I ask you a question? Sorry,
just 1 second. His connection is weak. Joel, can you hear me? Hello? Yeah, no, his connection is weak. Go ahead, Couch.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you a question about that because of the players that came into the squad today, like the squad players, do you think there's anyone that gave Tuchel something to think about, like going forward? Has anyone created any headaches for him?
You mean as in selection headaches?
Yeah, because that's ideally what you want to see happen. If you have squad guys come into the game and they're making mistakes, they're probably not going to see the pitch again anytime real soon. You know what I mean? So what you kind of want to see is the guys that come on, gives the manager something to think about going forward. I don't think that we had anyone that is more of the squad type that gave us anything to really.
I think today
a young man, he played the right back. I think it was good today.
That's true.
That's not a headache. That's not a headache issue. That's a positive.
I meant his.
Is growing. Give me a second. Give me a second. I think today, the Saul Niguez performance has given Tuchel food for thought in regards to how he can improve Saul Niguez. I think Saul Niguez himself is going to be looking back at his performance and he'd be like, I need to be quicker. I need to be sharper. I need to take less touches. I need to have the pass planned in advance. He's going to be thinking about these 45 minutes that he's played today. He'll be thinking about them right this second, right now. Okay, now, so that is one thing. Tuchel is also going to understand this. I need Kante to remain fit I need Jorginho and Kovacic to be fit. All right?
Yeah.
Because I have Saul Niguez. He's good, but he may need a bit. He need a bit of time. Needs a bit of time. Needs a bit of time. Okay. Now, in regards to the attack, Jem said this. Jem said this when he was on the stream. He said Havertz, Mount, and Lukaku are the best. The best attack that we have, the best three up the pitch. I agree with him, and I think Tuchel is not. He has that as his go-to setup when it comes to the big games, but he's also gonna know that he needs to get Callum, Pulisic, and Ziyech, and Timo Werner especially, firing on all cylinders. How does he do that? But at the same time, not risk having a performance like we did today. Today we scored 3 goals, but we scored those 3 goals not because Havertz had a fantastic game or Ziyech had a fantastic game. It's because Lukaku was able to be clinical. Because we've had, because let's be honest, Kovacic is passing. Let's be honest. We've had games that we've had more chances created, and we've scored none. We have created a little amount of chances, very few chances today, but we were able to convert them. Now, these are the things that I think Tuchel will be thinking about and will be trying to address. Listen, I'm going to give each one of you 2 minutes to give me your final thoughts on this game because we've gone on for too long. It's going to be a 3-hour stream, and we're making this a habit. We're making the Blue Lounge streams 3 hours every time. Let's give the watchers a little bit of a break. I'm going to give you each 2 minutes to give me your final statements, and I'll start with Kasim. Kasim, what do you take away from this game moving forward for the season?
Yeah, I will answer that. Just go back to the brother's question. When they ask about the position thing, I thought that Chalaba, he played, but he's giving Tuchel a headache because he's not imposing himself. He played very well today. So that young man.
But the defense isn't really the problem though, because that Azpilicueta can play there easier, and Christensen could come back in. It's not really creating a problem because it's pretty solid as is. He's just come in and not made any mistakes, right?
Yeah. Kasim and Couch. I think me for example, today's game that didn't show me anything because if Jorginho can start that game, then I'll be like, okay, I will judge Ziyech, I will judge Callum, I will judge all those players. But for me, I'm not going to judge any of them because those blind passes that Jorginho does all the time, we don't even look. Callum didn't receive any. Ziyech didn't receive it. Even those blind passes Ziyech used to make, he can't do anything because Saul doesn't know where he is. So I cannot judge anybody on this game. That's my biggest issue. So I don't think this game showed me anything. I'm happy that with a game like that, we scored 3 because of Lukaku and Kovacic. And I'm happy that for some reason, with a midfield, the player that we have today, Kovacic just took over the entire midfield and just boss it and score goal, create and score. Amazing. Other than that, I cannot judge anybody else. That's why I'm talking about to Count Critic and Kasim. I don't think this game. Sorry.
I literally need to give you guys 2 minutes each to conclude.
You didn't call my name yet, man.
I'm
coming back to you. I'm coming back to you.
Listen, when Boogeyman's talking, I'm not gonna interrupt him because he told me what he did, so I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet.
Kasim, let it go.
You have 1 minute. You have 1 minute, Kasim. Close it. Statement.
I think Boogeyman spoke for me. Okay. No,
yeah, it's your fault, isn't it? You're talking about Chalaba. We're trying to conclude the stream. You're talking about Chalaba. Go on.
No. I thought what I'm saying about Chalaba, he played very well, and now he's giving the manager a headache because he just played very well. He was just the position, the cover time was great. That's what I was trying to say to the brother today. I thought he's brilliant. It really is today. He was. The positivity today, I think the 3 points. I don't think we played very, very well. I thought Lukaku He was an average today, but he was clinical. Lukaku wasn't good today, but he was clinical.
Wait. No. Kasim, I can't have you saying that, man.
Mo, are you watching the game?
What is Lukaku supposed to do? What is Lukaku on the pitch to do? What's his job?
Lukaku, he wasn't, for me today, he wasn't working hard.
What is his job? What is Lukaku's job?
To hold the ball and to give the defense a bit of breathe, because Aston Villa was on it. On us.
Listen. Lukaku's job is to score goals.
Yeah, I understand. Goals. That's why I said he was clinical today. I said that. I said he was clinical today.
So you said he had a poor performance.
He was quiet today. Most of the game today, he was quiet. But when he had 2 chances, he bought them away. That's all I want. I'm not disputing that.
I would rather have Lukaku playing badly and scoring a brace every game.
I'm not disputing that.
He can stand on the edge of the box with a bag of crisp, all right, and a can of Coke, and just wait for the ball and then just bang it in there. I'll be happy with that. He doesn't have to do nothing else, because that is what the problem with Chelsea has been over the past couple of seasons.
I'm not.
We don't have anyone finishing them chances.
Lukaku,
2 chances, 2 goals. Thank you very much.
No, I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that. I thought it was clinical today. I use that word that it was clinical today. I thought Kovačić today was him alongside Mandy were man of match for me. These two. I thought Silva today was amazing. He was brilliant today, and I thought Alonso going forward was all right. Defensively wasn't great, and obviously Rudiger was obviously covering that the left hand side. So yeah, all in all, I'm quite happy with the result. I thought I preferred him, as I said last night, to come from the bench because it was just new for him. I wish. I mean, we've got to give the guy time. You know, it's only first game, and he will learn. You're right, Mo. He will go home to his missus and his kids, and he will sit down and think about it. He said, "Look, I need to be quicker. I need to be sharper. Here is no time. There's no space." He will think about it, and he tried to correct that. So it's going to be positive. We just need to give people time. It's positive today. I wasn't happy with the performance, but result-wise, I'm quite happy with it so far. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Much love, much appreciation.
Thank you.
QNTV. Go
Thank you, Boogeyman. Thank you.
Cheers, Kasim.
Yo,
thank you very much, man.
Kasim, you stay. You're not going. You stay. You stay until I finish.
Yeah, okay. Well, I will do that. I will do that.
Listen, Boogeyman, respect. You've had 2 strikes. You've had 2 strikes, mate. I'm just telling you. You've had 2 strikes. All right, one more left. All right, Couch.
My comment today was not a strike. That's good.
No,
I'm quiet.
I can't. I'm not going to ask you. Man. I'll ask you on Twitter in the DM. Couch, tell me, mate.
Fantastic. You know, I'm glad to see Lukaku's hitting the ground running. You know, that's 2 games, 3 goals. You can't ask for anything more from the guy that you spent almost £100 million on. That's exactly what you want. It's exactly what you expect. Outside of that, I mean, there's a lot to build on there. Like you said earlier, Mo, like there's a lot to build on with the squad guys. I don't think that we could really formulate, like Boogeyman said, but we can formulate any definitive answers about what's going on or any conclusions. I just think if we're going to use these squad players, they have to find their feet real soon because the games are coming thick and fast, and we can't really rely specifically on our preferred 11 match in, match out because, you know, in this particular year, you know, we want the Premier League and we also want to try and contend for the Champions League. And in order to do that, you need a big squad. And in order to utilize a big squad, you need to be able to trust the guys that you bring on the pitch. And I think what's happened today is not really given Tuchel a lot of things to really think, oh, yeah, well, I have options here. We have bodies, but we don't have options right now. And that could just come down to just more playing time. I think Callum definitely needs more playing time. Unfortunately, it's going to be very hard for him to find it when he doesn't assert himself on the pitch the way, you know, the manager wants him to. So there's lots to consider there. I really do think that this next game Tuesday is going to be telling in terms of who Tuchel trusts, and then obviously the Spurs game after that, who he trusts, who he wants to see, because these are big games again. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm happy with the 3 points. And my man of the match was without doubt Kovačić. I think he was a one-man midfield in that first half. He was a one-man midfield, literally. So it was good to see him have such an influence on the pitch and then get that lucky Mikel kind of goal. But yeah, it was overall, I think that we did well. And, 3 points is all we can really ask for at this point in time.
Fantastic. I think there were some good performances. They were shadowed maybe by a couple of bad ones. Mendy was definitely one of the good performances. I think Thiago Silva, fantastic performance.
Absolutely.
I think we talked about Kovačić, we talked about Lukaku. I think Rudiger had a good game, had a very, very good game, and all in all, fantastic performance, fantastic result, and there's a lot to build on. I'm going to go to Bobby. Bobby, your final thoughts on the performance today, mate?
Yeah, I sent a direct message on Twitter as to what DJ was saying about the post released by Fabrizio Romano and the Instagram comments from Saul. Both were very interesting. I think what I've taken away from this game is, hey, look, it's the fourth game, so let's get some perspective. And it was very interesting, the point you and Couch Critic made, which basically boils down to the fact that, look, don't peak too early. And sometimes it's good to win and still have things that you're not quite happy about. I think that's the recipe of a great side and a side that's going to achieve big things as the season progresses. And hopefully the prizes, when it comes to winning the actual prizes in May, and for us in December, there's a big prize there, we'll be there lifting them. I think what I've taken away for sure is I love seeing a player who actually kisses the badge and means it. And where Lukaku has warmed my heart is when you're doing the business on the pitch and you show what the club means to you. And clearly it does. This guy loves Chelsea. He is a Chelsea boy in every aspect of the word, because when he scored, when you see a player coming out with dramatics and a player actually having a heartfelt feeling for what he's done, it's clear to see. I think he had a good game today. I think, as you've said, Mo, Rudiger, hurry up and get him to sign that contract, because he's vital for us in defence. Chalobah, I was extremely impressed with. Thiago Silva, and of course, Kovačić, he had an excellent game today. However, for me, my man of the match has got to be Mendy. I think Mendy's a world-class goalkeeper. I think if it was anybody else, because as we were talking, I had half an ear on Monster's stream, and he was saying something that was absolutely right. If it was anybody else, Alisson, look at all the praise he got after Liverpool won the European Cup, and he's made a couple of saves in the Premier League. This guy has been consistent for us. He's been doing some great things in Europe, in the Premier League, and he is an excellent goalkeeper. And he doesn't get the praise perhaps he deserves. Maybe that's a good thing, because it's best to go under the radar. But for me, Mendy was man of the match today.
Bobby, spot on. And the thing is with Mendy's performances, I think it's because he has been underrated, because he has come through hardship, because he hasn't had it the way the other goalkeepers, the top goalkeepers, have had it, in regards to playing for the top clubs from a young academy, from a young age in their academy, and having everything given to him. He's had to work hard for it. So big up to him, and best of luck to Mendy. And I think we definitely have a world-class keeper there. I want to say big up to this new person in the chat, Miss Melina. Miss Melina is also a content creator. She has her own channel. Unfortunately, her team is currently not doing so great. She is an Arsenal fan, but she has a lot of passion and she creates some good content. So we don't normally ask people to subscribe to an Arsenal channel, but Miss Melina is different. Miss Melina is different. So big up to her.
Yeah, big up Miss
I wanna say
Melina.
thank you for coming on to the stream. Appreciate you for being here. And also, I'm going to ask you guys if you want to see a different content from a different club. If you're interested in football in general, go check out Miss Melina and her Arsenal fan channel. So big up to you. I want to give. We lost someone. Who did we lose? We lost someone. I'm trying to remember who it was. Who did we lose?
Couch Cricket, Dennis.
Dennis. We lost Dennis. All right. Dennis, big up to you, my man. DJ Sav, I'm gonna conclude with Boogeyman. So we go DJ Sav, then we go Julius, and then we'll conclude with Boogeyman. So DJ Sav, what's your takeaway?
Yeah, I'm very happy. In fact, mate. Obviously, being at the match today, it was obviously people will say we didn't play that great, but we won the game. For me, I thought the players done their job, even if they didn't play that well today. Lukaku, obviously fantastic up front. Mendy in goal immense. Thiago Silva. I'll give a shout out to the whole team. To be honest with you, I thought they all played well. Even there were some performances I know others don't agree with, saying there were some players I didn't think performed well. But for me, when you're not playing well, as I said, and you're still winning, that for me is that winning mentality. And even though some of those players may have not showed that today, obviously Salnigaz probably had the worst game today in the Chelsea shirt as his first game. But I know going forward, this guy will improve 100%. But yeah, on the whole, generally, I'm just satisfied, mate. Obviously, we're first, and obviously we're second level on points to Manchester United, with same goal difference as well. So yeah, it was a great, overall a fantastic performance. I can't complain. Very happy Chelsea fan at this moment in time. And as I said, when you're not playing well, that is signs of champions. And if we can carry on showing that kind of form, and when we are, can you imagine when we are on the go and we are smashing it, how many goals we could hit? But obviously not playing that great today, but still scoring 3 goals for me is just excellent. So, big up to my whole team, big up to everyone on here as always, everyone in the comments as well. And yeah, we go on, mate. We go on to Tuesday, and again another win on Tuesday, please.
Yeah, Tuesday is a big game. It's a big game. I want to see us start off the Champions League campaign with a win. It's not going to be easy, but I think we should do it. I think we can do it. Big up to you, DJ.
We're playing home, right? Yeah, it's good.
It's a home game, I think. The first one is a home game.
Yeah.
Julius, your thoughts, mate?
I think DJ Sav and Bobby basically said whatever I wanted to say. I think it's a great performance, in my opinion. I wanna actually. I didn't speak enough about Edouard Mendy. He's unbelievable. He deserves more recognition and respect. I think he's not a flashy player or a flashy person in general. That's why he's going under the radar a little bit for now. But he's been so consistent. Actually, one of the most consistent players in the past year for Chelsea so far. People don't remember as well last year how many times he's done unbelievable saves as well and saved us a lot of points. I absolutely love this player. Aside from that, I was actually happy to see Hudson-Odoi play, and I think he did well, in my opinion. I was impressed with his crosses as well. He deserves an assist, especially from the corner first half, I think. Was it first half? We will win the league, and you will see that the reason why we will win the league is that it's our defense again. And I'm looking forward for the season to see how Lukaku is going to keep up with Ronaldo, especially they have a rivalry from Serie A last year as well. They were both top scorers. I think Ronaldo finished with the most goals. I can't remember, but yeah, I'm looking forward. It's impressive. Lukaku, to go back to Qasim's points, I think That's Lukaku, man. Don't expect anything more in terms of the ball, with him playing with the ball. His goal, his purpose at Chelsea is to score goals, and that's exactly what he did today. I'm not expecting anything more. All I want to see is him scoring goals. And with the way he scored today, I was shocked, especially the second one. I was absolutely shocked. So I hope he keeps up. I want to see this performance against City, against Man United, those kind of teams as well. And then I'll eat my words if he does it.
All right, fair comment. Yeah, we were a little bit disappointed with his performance against Liverpool, I have to say. But that game had a different scenario and a different situation to it. But I think he will score against the big teams. I know there's a lot of people thinking that he might be less capable against big teams, but time will tell. Time will tell. Big up to you, Julius. Always a pleasure having you on. Boogeyman. Boogeyman. I'm going to ask you this nicely. Boogeyman, I'm going to ask you this nicely. Don't lead us down a path that is going to take us another 10, 15 minutes. Because I'm looking at the clock now, and it's 2 hours, 42 minutes, man.
Then tell Kasim not to stop me, not to interrupt me.
Yeah, he hasn't said anything. He hasn't said anything yet. The man hasn't said anything.
Yeah. No, first of all, I like to say to Kasim that my apology for telling you that you don't,
Boogeyman, don't. You don't need to, mate. You don't need
I cannot just wait or send you a message. I said that on the stream, so I have to tell you. If you didn't like it, my apology. But if you noticed that I was just joking, then that's fine. Because everybody here noticed that I was just joking. Anyways, one thing Julius just said, that's what I was going to say. The fact that Ronaldo scored 2 goals today, and then people are going to be talking about Ronaldo all over the press, and Lukaku scored 2, and so I think I'm really happy. And like I said, Lukaku today was the difference. We say Kovacic performed amazingly, but I feel Lukaku didn't take the chances that was given to him. We will be at his. I think we'll probably lose that game today. We'll probably not be here celebrating 3 points. So I'm happy. The positive is I'm happy that we didn't have any injury in the midfield. And now Bobby was saying something about Jorginho. Looking, I'm not sure what it means. It's Jorginho has a bandage on his legs or something. I didn't see it. I'm trying to look for it, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah,
so
he had strapping just under his knee. He's been carrying that for a while.
Oh shit! Okay, good. So hopefully it's not a big thing, because the midfield is my biggest worry. And then today 3-0. We move to the next game, which is which is the next game, Tuesday. Yeah?
Tuesday, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah. So hopefully we win that game too. And listen, this is Chelsea, and like Julius said, it's looking like we're going for this one this time. We're going for the title this time, and I'm happy. I'm happy to be Chelsea fan as of today. So that will be all for today for me, anyways. And again, thanks for inviting me. And Saul Niguel. Listen, I cannot judge Saul Niguel on today's game. He will get better, that's for sure. I can guarantee you that, because I've seen some touches. He just need to know how fast the EPL is, and it will. It's just Jorginho, same Jorginho we saw at the beginning, and he turned out to be so good that I can see that he is going to be good. Just give the kid some time. He's only 26. He will come out good. Guarantee that. So that will be my last word, anyways. Okay, thanks for having me, Julius. We need to see you more often, because you abandoned Bobby, and Bobby cannot handle me too much, so you need to come and just help him once in a while,
to balance it out a little bit.
Yeah.
No, for sure. I'm always in touch with Mo, and he knows like I've been really busy at work.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you, Mo, when I was in Vancouver, I ran into a guy who actually watches your channel, and he somehow recognized me from my picture, and he said that he's a big fan of you as well. So yeah, you've got actually, you're growing fast and a great channel. People should subscribe. It's and all the panelists are amazing. Boogeyman is a superstar. I love Boogeyman.
Listen, I'm going to change the name of the channel. I'm going to change the name of the channel. Not the Blue Lounge, not Baggy TV, but the Boogie Lounge or the Boogie TV, man. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. Listen, guys. I have a fantastic schedule coming up. We got a match preview on Monday. Then we got a post-match reaction on Tuesday. And I have a special video for you guys on Wednesday. It's a very, very special video. I'm not going to give you too much details, but it's different to what you're normally getting on the Blue Lounge. We're going to have a special guest, in my opinion, a superstar in the world of YouTube content creators. And I'm not, and this is not Chelsea. This is YouTube content creators in general. And he's also a very well-known individual on many different planes and different levels. I'm not going to tell you his name just yet, but I will be announcing it probably Monday. I'll be telling you about this stream. So it's going to be a very interesting stream on Wednesday. We've got a post-match on Tuesday and a preview on Monday. So we've got a lot to get through. Tomorrow we'll probably have a rest. But there's a lot of content on the Blue Lounge. So subscribe. And if you do subscribe, turn that bell notification button on so you will get notified every time we stream. We stream roughly around 10 p.m. UK time. Roughly. But sometimes we do it earlier or later depending on the match fixtures and the schedules for that. It's been fantastic. It's been fantastic. I've really enjoyed the stream. I think we probably have hit a new record for views on the stream. I have a feeling this is going to be one of the biggest match reviews that we've done. The biggest one is 12,000 views. I think this might have passed it. We'll find out once the video starts to render. So, what's William doing?
Did you fall it?
I don't know what he's doing. Did he fall? I don't know. I was looking.
Yeah, he did. He did.
All right. Hey.
I'm good.
You sure? You sure? You got a lot of fans on here that might want to see this, so I might just clip it. And listen, before I go, I wanna ask you guys in the panel, and I wanna ask you guys in the chat. Do you guys want to see me clip some of the streams and post them as videos? So, for example, Boogeyman falling off his chair and things of that nature. Do you guys want me to do that? If you do, let me know. Let me know in the comments of this video or DM me later on. Lads, it's been fantastic. I'm going to try to find my outro. Where's my outro? Here's my outro. People, I'll see you all later.
Take care, everyone. Peace out.
Bye-bye.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.